All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the final of Monte Carlo, the first Alcaraz match of the year. And it's going to start in about half an hour. We've got so much to go through before we get into this, because it's a big match. We've been waiting. We thought we'd get this in Australia. We thought, Australian Open, here's another Alcaraz final. We thought Indian Wells, Alcaraz final. We thought maybe Miami before Alcaraz went down. Even in Doha, we're thinking, all right, here's the Alcaraz final. It's taken us forever to get here. And we're here, finally, with a Alcaraz final for this year. Hopefully, it lives up to the hype. But it's a very important match. Not just because it's Sinner versus Alcaraz and, each player wants to get a win over the other. The World #1 ranking's on the line. Plus, it also kind of sets the tone for the clay season. If Alcaraz beats Sinner, we're going to be focusing on Alcaraz for the rest of the clay season, being like, okay, he's the guy to beat. He's obviously the French Open champion. So he's already the man to beat. But if Sinner gets him today, it feels like maybe it shifts a little bit. And maybe Sinner's the man to watch out for at the French. Maybe Sinner's the favorite going into the clay season or the rest of the clay season. So it's a big match for so many reasons. Also, they're both locked at 66 weeks at the World #1. So after this week, one of them's going to take over the lead of that. So which is super weird that they're 66 weeks level. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. Obviously, it's probably advantage Alcaraz with the surface. Him being the better clay court guy. 4 out of the 5 matches they've played over their careers have been on clay, have been going to Alcaraz. Sinner won their first main tour match on clay, but Alcaraz won the last couple. So yeah, this is going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Sinner might be coming in with definitely with the better form, but with the better form this week. He seems to have been playing a little bit cleaner. They both played nearly the exact amount of time on court. They both had a 3-setter on the same day. The only set they've lost was on the same day in the third round. It's so weird, the parallels between these two guys. But yeah, plenty of stuff going on. Streets are saying it's going to be windy. Ooh, I don't know who that favors. Maybe that's advantage. Is it advantage Sinner in the wind? I don't know. Maybe does that change the way you predict? I don't know. Win favors Carlos. Okay, maybe. I'm just asking, who does that favor? Does it favor Sinner Alcaraz? I don't know. Sinner got more hot stats in the tournament. Got more what stats? Hit stats. Hot. What are we saying? Yep, both 66 weeks at World #1 as well. It's crazy. Historically, wind has always favored Alcaraz. Okay, well maybe it's Alcaraz's advantage in the wind then. Sinner trying to get to World #1, right? Alcaraz got to defend #1, so both have pressure on that front. Yeah, so let's see. But let's go through some other stats here, because both these guys, every time they play a final like this, it's going to be historic. Or they're trying to rewrite history, some of them. 10-6 head-to-head, 4-1 in favor of Alcaraz on the clay, including a challenger match back in the first match they ever played back in 2019. If Alcaraz was to win this, he'd join a pretty big list of clay court specialists over the time to back-to-back Monte Carlo match wins, or tournament wins. Rafa, he won a bunch of them. Borg, Nastase, Musta, Ferrero, and Tsitsipas are all the only 6 players that have gone back-to-back in Monte Carlo. So Alcaraz would be joining those guys. Sinner's obviously on a long win streak, 21 matches, but dating back to Indian Wells, Miami, and now here. He is currently tied for 5th for winning the most consecutive 1,000s in a row, dating back to Paris last year. So we won Paris, Indian Wells, Miami. If he wins this Monte Carlo Masters, he will join Djokovic and Nadal to win 4 1,000s in a row. So that is what Sinner's playing for, that part of history there. This is the first 1-2 final. The other finals of the 1,000s this year have been Sinner versus Medvedev, Sinner versus Lehechka. Obviously, in Australian Open, we had Alcaraz versus Djokovic. So this is the first Sinkeraz match, but the first 1-2 battle in a final we've had since the ATP finals last year. Both have been 66 weeks at world number 1. So after this match, somebody is going to go to 67 weeks because the winner of this match will be number 1. Yeah, Rafa's got 11 Monte Carlo Masters. He won 8 in a row. And the second, and then Nassazi won 3 in a row, and everybody else has won 2 in a row or 1 in a row. I think windy weather helps Carlos. Well, okay. We'll see. We'll see if how badly it affects Sinner, because Sinner's been playing cleaner than Alcaraz this week, and we'll talk about those stats in a second. So the 5 matches they played on clay, they played in Spain in 2019, 3-set at Alcaraz. The Marg final was Sinner in 3 sets. Twice at Roland Garros, both 5-setters, and then the Rome Masters last year, which was probably the easiest match they've, or the most one-sided match, one of the more one-sided matches they've played, besides the Cincinnati final, which doesn't really count last year. 4-1 in favor of Alcaraz, 3-1 on the main tour, and 2-1 Alcaraz in finals on clay against Sinner as well. So that is important. Also, if Alcaraz does win this. If Sinner wins this, he would have won 7 different 1000s. So we talk about Golden Masters, right? We talk about that being an achievement. If Sinner wins this one, he would have 7 out of 9. Plus, he already has the ATP finals. So Sinner would only need Madrid and Rome to complete the set. Whereas Alcaraz, he needs Canada, Shanghai, and Paris. So, which arguably are harder to win in Paris, especially with Sinner, doing the thing. So, if Sinner wins this, he'll join Murray, Agassi, and Nadal as 7 different 1,000 titles. Obviously, Djokovic is the only one to win all 9 of them. Alcaraz has also won 6 different ones, and so has Medvedev, has won 6 different ones as well. So if Sinner does win this, he'll get closer to ticking that box as well. When Carlos was beating 6-0 and Sinner retired. What are you talking about in Cincinnati? It was 5-0 and then Sinner retired. Alcaraz trained a lot yesterday after his Vacheron win. I saw that too. I saw that he was back on the practice court. So yeah, that was interesting. Very interesting. Also, no surprise, Vacheron pulled out next week. So for your fantasy teams, if you are into it, Vacheron is not someone you should bring in because he's not playing. The alternatives are maybe Feast, probably one of the more popular picks. I'm looking at Feast to get Feast next week as well. But yeah, don't get Vacheron. He's not playing next week. He pulled out. And then Feast replaced him as the the 8th seed. By the way, both of these guys have won 26 titles. It's so weird that how similar these guys have. I mean, besides Grand Slams, Alcaraz winning that, but 26 titles each. They're both equal second for most titles among active players. Djokovic being number 1, but they've both got more titles than Medvedev and Zverev. But yeah, the winner of this will win their 27th title, which they'll overtake the other when it comes to how many titles they've won. Which again is just crazy how crazy this is. The winner of this match will have their 100th top 20 win, 100th top 20 win of their career as well. So they're both on 99 career top 20 wins. Alcaraz won 99, lost 38, and Sinner's won 99 and lost 47. So the winner of this match will go to their 100th top 20 career win. Again, all of these stats are so weird that they're so similar. Right now they are literally neck and neck. And look at the rankings. There's like 50 points between them. Their careers, besides the Grand Slams where Alcaraz has obviously done more, they are outside of the Slams. They are neck and neck when it comes to a lot of stats right now. Many things are on stake at this match. Oh yeah, this is a very important match. I mean, this might, besides Alcaraz winning the Australian Open and how historically significant that was, this feels like the most important match of the year. Outside of that Australian Open final, that Australian Open final definitely takes the cake because of Alcaraz winning the career slam and obviously had that so much on the line. But this is definitely the most important match of the season. Why don't we watch Andreeva Potapova? Well, one, I didn't realize it was on earlier than this, but also because Sinkeraz. So we will keep an eye on that, though. But yeah, we're watching the Sinkeraz match. Don't worry, though. We'll watch the WTA a lot more next week when we go to Stuttgart. What else have we got? We got any more stats that could blow your minds? Let me check. Oh, yeah. Alcaraz this week, 6 hours and 1 minute on court. Sinner this week, 6 hours and 0 minutes on court. So Alcaraz has spent 1 more minute than Sinner on the court so far this week, which is just crazy. Both of them had a 3-setter on the same time in the third round. Both of them were over 2 hours. Both the longest matches of their week so far. Alcaraz, he beat Baez in 1 hour and 10 minutes in straights. He then beat Echeverry in a 2 hour and 24 minute match in 3 sets in the third round. Beat Bublik in 1 hour and then beat Vacheron yesterday in 1 hour and 24. Sinner beat Humbert in 1 hour in the first match. He beat Mahatch 2 hours in the second match. He then beat Felix Auger-Aliassime in 1 hour and 30 minutes. And then Zverev yesterday, he beat in 1 hour and 20. Both semifinals yesterday were 1 hour and 22 and 24 minutes. So both of them minutes apart. So neither guy should be feeling tired after yesterday. To be honest, they both had the same amount of time on court this week. So neither of them should be feeling tired in general. Both have won 8 sets. Both have lost 1 set for the week. Again, the fact that these guys are so neck and neck when it comes to so many things going into this match is crazy. But the tennis insights say differently. Sinner is slightly in front on the serve, on the returns, and on the backhand. The forehand is deadlocked at 8.8, but you watched the preview, so you know that anyway. But yeah, so Sinner slightly edges out Alcaraz in a lot of these categories. But that's when Sinner plays everybody else. What happens when Sinner plays Alcaraz? We know it can be a different story. Hey, LA, thank you for the 42 months. Appreciate that. Sinner has been playing a higher level this week. Well, that's the thing, right? So this week, let me go through the stats for the week because this is where things get interesting. So the stats for this week. Alcaraz has served 17 aces, and 14 for Sinner. So no surprise there. But the winners and errors. Alcaraz hit 107 winners, 109 errors. Sinner, 82 winners, 77 errors. So Sinner not hitting as many errors, or not as many winners. So he's not playing as aggressive as maybe Alcaraz is. We did say Alcaraz the last couple of matches too, especially against Vacheron. He was making some strange shots. Because maybe, and even against Echeverry, was making some strange shots, selections. First serve percentage, Sinner's got more first serve points won at 80% compared to 73% for Alcaraz. Break points saved. Sinner's only faced the 5 break points. He saved 3 of the 5, so he's been broken twice. Alcaraz has 50% break points saved, 5 out of 10. So he's been broken 5 times this week. Break points converted, Sinner 64% for Alcaraz 53%. So yeah. So again, Sinner slightly also Sinner winning more net points, 90%. Alcaraz only winning 66% of net points. That is strange. You would have thought, Alcaraz is so good at the net, and he loves to come to the net. He's not afraid of the net. But the fact that he is only winning 66% of points at the net this week, that is concerning. That is not good for Alcaraz. But he's going to have to come to the net today if it's going to be windy. They're both serving about the same speed of serve. Alcaraz getting more first serves in, but losing more points. So you think he's serving a bit bigger, maybe trying to overcompensate because he's playing on clay. It's slower, trying to hit ball harder. Also, this is the 5th time Monte Carlo final is between 1 and 2 in the world. 2006, 2007, 2008, it was Federer versus Nadal. And then 2012 was Djokovic versus Nadal. And I think Rafa won all of those. So the number 2 beat the number 1 every single time. That's since 1973. So 1 versus 2 has only happened 5 times. And those 5 times were in the last 20 years. So this is the 5th time that will be happening. The number 2's beating the number 1. But the number 2 is Rafa. And he's the greatest of all time on clay. Hey, LA!
Can's statistics are amazing. Thank you for putting the care and time into giving us this info. Let's go.
Hey, thank you for 20. Appreciate that. No worries. We're just breaking it down while we're waiting for them to come out on court. They're coming out on court in about 10 minutes. You can't compare different players' matches stats. I have no idea what that meant. Can you please elaborate? I'm getting nightmares that Carlos won this. Well, he did. He won it last year. Got Sasha into my team replacing Sinner yesterday. Nice. Maybe nice. I don't know. Maybe not nice. But I think everyone's going to get Sinner Zverev in this week. So Sinner beats Carlos with that theory. Look, Sinner has been playing better this week. Overall, he has been playing better. At least when I say better, he's been playing cleaner. So he's not. He's. Yeah. Love the stats. Nice. Good. I'm glad. We'll be playing more stats when we get this match started. So Sinner has played Humbert, Mahach, FAA, and Zverev. Alcaraz has played Baez, Echeverry, Bublik, and Vachereau. I feel like neither guy had Zverev is definitely tougher than Vachereau. We can agree on that. But other than that, Alcaraz, the Bublik match was weird that it felt like it was either going to be really, really close or it was going to be what it was. Echeverry and Baez are very tough. Humbert on clay is not really a thing. Mahach is a bit of a wild card depending on the day, and on the day he got a set off Sinner. FAA, he's a competent clay courter for sure. And then Zverev is obviously really good as well. I feel like, look, they both handled their draws the exact same way, right? Who was I guess Echeverry was Alcaraz's toughest opponent, but obviously, I guess Sinner, his toughest opponent was maybe, like on paper, not in reality, or not in the results, was obvious Zverev, right? But he handles Zverev so easily these days, so maybe it was Felix was the toughest opponent on paper, heading into those matches. But he handled it well. He's going to... You wonder whether or not that third round, Sinner and maybe more so Sinner, went into that match, won the first set so easily, and then the second set, I know he wasn't feeling well, but maybe, thinking, oh, I've got this, and then, let it slip. Because then if Mahach came out swinging in that second set, and should have won the set 6-2. Yeah, Echeverry is probably the hardest player the toughest player that Alcaraz played, and the most informed player on clay. Baez also great on clay too, just didn't show in the second round. Zverev might as well have not showed up yesterday. It was such a beatdown. Yeah, it was tough, man. That was a tough match. We've obviously seen that match a couple of times already in the last couple of weeks, but I feel like that one, I think, a lot of us were saying, right? That this was Zverev's best chance to get a win, and he got annihilated. It was almost like Sinner was listening to what we were saying, and he's like, oh, you reckon? Okay, I'll show you. Sinner got offended that we thought that Zverev had a chance on clay. I thought Zverev played pretty well. Sinner was just on another level. Yeah. It was tough, though. It was a tough one. That was a tough one. 4 tournaments going next week. Yeah, it's going to be a busy week next week. Yeah, they both had a little nap in the second set of their matches. Yeah. Who am I supporting? I'm not supporting anybody. I just want an epic 3-setter, please. That would be lovely. Epic 3-setter, please. Zverev was at his average level and Sinner was on another planet. Yeah. It did make Zverev look worse than he probably was playing. It made him look like he wasn't playing well at all. But yeah. Tennis gods, please give us a 3-setter. Yeah. Come on. I'll take a close straight sets, but just like give us a good match, Give us a good match. No matter what, Carlos will be the favorite ahead of Roland Garros. Yeah. Who's the favorite in this one? It's pretty neck and neck. 7-6, 6-7, 7-6. That would be epic. I feel like whoever wins today will lose Roland Garros. Okay. Why? That sounds... That's crazy. That's a prediction. Carlos can win today, but I'm rooting for Sinner. Okay. Sinner doesn't make much mistakes, you know. That's true. Sinner to skip Madrid? Yeah, it's sounding like he might skip Madrid. I heard... I read some quotes of his in the press conference, and it did sound a little bit like he was not going to play. He was talking about Rome and Roland Garros, and he wasn't talking about Madrid. So, yeah, maybe he won't play Madrid. And depending on next week, I wonder if Alcaraz will play Madrid. By the way, if Sinner pulls out of Madrid, did Alcaraz play Madrid last year? No. If Sinner does pull out of Madrid, and the world number 1 ranking is on the line, Alcaraz might play for the world number 1 ranking just to get those points to give himself that top spot again. But then if he plays next week in Barcelona and wins it next week, will he play? I don't know. If he wins this today and then he wins next week, will he play Madrid after playing 2 solid weeks of tennis? Maybe not. So yeah, there's a lot to consider. He said he's not really fussed about number 1. It will come when it comes. Okay. You believe that. Okay. Yeah, nah, number 1 doesn't matter. Okay, I guess. Well, yeah, Alcaraz has to defend Rome, so maybe he will play Madrid. Because he needs the extra points to try and stay number 1. I guess it'll just depend, right? It'll depend on... I don't know. It'll just depend on how... Because if Alcaraz doesn't win Barcelona, or doesn't do well in Barcelona, he'll drop to number 2 even if he wins today, right? If he wins today, he's like, 300 points ahead? But if he loses next week, then he will drop back. And then Rome, he has to defend. Sinner made the final, so there's, both have points there, but yeah, I don't know. This rivalry gets as better as it gets with time. Yeah, it's a great rivalry. You can watch this on Tennis TV app. Link down below. We're collaborating with them this year, so go check out the new Tennis TV app, and you can watch this match in full. If Alcaraz loses this match, how much difference is the points wise? So remember, Alcaraz next week has to defend a final. 300 points, I think. So if Sinner wins today, Sinner will be up 160 points. And then if Alcaraz next week doesn't win Barcelona, then he will drop. Let's say he makes the final and loses again. He will still be 160 behind. We don't know if Sinner's playing Madrid. He might skip Madrid, but if Alcaraz doesn't have any points to lose there because he didn't play Madrid last year. So if Alcaraz plays Madrid, then he could regain the number 1. If Alcaraz does win this one, though, he'll be up 100. He'll be up 450 points. So even if he doesn't play well in Barcelona next week, he'll still be number 1 after next week. So if a big match for Alcaraz here to stay number 1 at least until Madrid. And then after Madrid... Sorry, going into Rome, Alcaraz... hang on, let me think. So if Alcaraz wins this match and Sinner doesn't play Madrid, Alcaraz will be number 1 until Rome. And then after Rome, there could be a change, I think. I think that's how the math is mathing. I think. I'm pretty sure. If Alcaraz loses today, then next week becomes very important. Madrid becomes a game changer. And then who knows what happens in Rome. But I think today, if he wins today, Alcaraz, he will... Doesn't matter what happens next week. He could lose first round Barcelona next week. and still be number one at least until Rome. And then after Rome, depending on their both results, it could change hands. Alcaraz has to defend Rome to stay number one then, and Sinner has to make the final still, but yeah. Or will it be Sinner has to win Rome to overtake Alcaraz maybe? So they both, the winner of, they both have to win Rome, do well in Rome, right? Anyways, we'll talk about that once this is done, because there's too many if this then that, right? There's too many shit going on. We'll just go wait and see, right? There's too many options, right? We'll get through this match and then we'll do the math. Bring your A game today, Carlos. Vamos. Yeah. I'll tell you what, packed house. Love to see it. Absolutely stacked house. My pick today, I don't know. I said something. I made a preview. Why was number one so important? Number one and two seed regardless. Look. Does the number one really matter between these guys before the French Open? Like if Alcaraz is number two, does it really matter? It won't matter until we get the draw, right? Because at the end of the day, they are their biggest rivals. So, there's obviously a big difference between 2 and 3, right? If you're number 2, you avoid the number 1. If you're number 3, you might have to play the number 1 in the semis, right? If you're number 4 or number 5, that's a big difference, right? If you're number 5, you might have to play Alcaraz or Sinner in a quarterfinal. If you're number 4, you avoid them, right? So being number 1 or 2, does it really matter for the French before the draw comes out? No. Because either way, one of them will play Zverev, one of them will play Djokovic, or whoever's number 4 at the time, right? It does matter from a historical standpoint, though, right? Weeks at number 1, all of those like legacy things. Being number 1 at any stage of your career for as many weeks as possible is a legacy thing, right? So from a career standpoint, being the world number 1 for longer is the thing, right? It's obviously important. I mean, most players want to be number 1. I mean, even the ones that say they don't really care about being number 1, it's like, well, that's not true. Everybody's playing to be the best. Number 1 means you're the best, right? So I know, like, if Alcaraz is like, it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, it probably matters a little bit to him, a little bit, being the number 1, right? But yeah. It probably doesn't matter until the draw comes out and we go, oh shit, if this person was number 1, they would have avoided this person. But now because they're number 2, it's like with Swiatek, right? When she was number 2, she kept on playing players when she was number 1, she was, not that number 1 gets a favorable draw, but number 1, we'd always go, oh, well, if she was this number 1 or number 2, it's different, draw would have been different, but she's not. And same thing would happen, right? When the draw comes out of the French, we'll go, oh shit. If Alcaraz was number 1, instead of being number 2, let's say, maybe his draw would have been better, right? But we won't know that until the draw comes out. And at this stage, you're right. Between number 1 and 2, it probably doesn't matter because they're not going to play each other to the final anyway. And they're both their biggest problems. Probably where Djokovic falls is more important than where Alcaraz is number 1 or 2, right? But from a career standpoint, being world number 1 for longer is a big deal. All right. They're coming out with the Monaco flag, and they're going to sing the anthem, and then the players are going to come out of court. I'm freaking out. I've missed their matches so much. Yeah, it's been a minute. Perfect time for this. Super windy, by the way. Super windy out there. All right, players walking out. Players entering the court as that ball, the flag bearer almost knocked the cameraman over. All right. Here we go. Sinner walks out first. I think the crowd will probably be more Sinner because of the Italian geography being closer to this tournament, right? 0.
As a Carlos fan, I'm quite relaxed about the match. He either rises to the occasion or he doesn't. Should be a great match either way.
Okay. Hey, look, fair enough. I feel like this is a very important match to see how we who we view as the clay court favorite. Yes, number one will be on the line. If Alcaraz wins, he stays number one. If Sinner wins, he becomes number one. But I think whoever, getting a win over this guy, like one against the other, going into especially for Sinner winning this match might change how we look at the clay season. So, yeah. And Alcaraz, if he wins, it's like, okay, well, he still is the man to beat on clay. You know what I mean? All right. They're doing the national anthems. I'll tell you, look, they both look very serious. They're looking very serious. Feels like this is going to be a nail biter and not much will separate them. Yeah. For sure. All right. The anthem is being sung or is being played. All right, here we go. And is it the Prince of Monaco in the house? He's been there the last couple of days because of Vachereau. I'm going to Madrid Open quarterfinals and Roland Garros quarterfinals. I'm hoping the draw for Madrid, get good matchup. Hey, Travis, that is awesome. Keep us updated on how you feel at the tournament, how you're liking it. And also Roland Garros as well. Hey, Linda, thank you for the 48 months. And thank you, Don, for the 55 months as well. As a Tier 3 member, appreciate that. Vamos, that's it. Nice to see a South African in the box again. First since Roger at Wimbledon. Elaine, that went over my head. I have no idea what you mean. I would definitely be the unofficial Tennis Talk live correspondent. Hey, for sure. All right, here we go. Hey, thank you, Julie, for the 55 months as a Tier 2 member. Appreciate that. All right, who's going to win the toss, chat? Who's going to win the toss? This is the most important part of the match so far. Uh-oh. ATP for Carlos. Uh-oh. Sinner wins the toss, Alexa receive. And Alcaraz stays down the royal box end, I guess you could call it. I guess that's what it's called, like, where the royalty is. All right. So the first win to Sinner. He won the toss, and he elected to receive, which is probably no surprise. He does that a lot. I would love a stat how many times each player wins the toss and elects to what. That's what I want to know. Chat, these are the things we want to know. I want to know how many. I want to know the percentage of win-loss for the toss of the coin from each guy, and I want to know what they pick. Like, do they pick to serve 5% and 95% receive if they win? I want to know. These are the important things, chat. These are the things we need to know. Even at tense moments like this, you can see that they are friends to each other. Well, there was a smile. I think early on, Rafa always elect to receive. Yeah. Match is going to start in like 3 minutes. Match will start in 3 minutes. 2 minutes, I mean. 2 minutes. Also, Potapova and Andreeva are playing over Linz, and Potapova won the first set, 6-1, but she's losing in the second, 5-3 Andreeva. So we'll keep an eye on Linz as well. All right. This will be 08 Wimbledon all over again, but the surface. Well, it's only a 3-set match, so it can't be Wimbledon 08. Come on, Carlos. All right. Chat, who are you going for? I don't care who you're predicting. Who are you rooting for? Who are you cheering for? That's what I want to know, chat. Who are you cheering for? Where does your allegiance lie? I'm neutral. Me too. I'm neutral too. All the time. Every time. Sinner. Carlos. Sinner. A lot of sinner. A lot of people sinning. Rooting for Hewitt. I'm sure that gets a great laugh at home with the family. Good joke. Sinner, Carlos, Sinner, Alcaraz. I like both. Hey, cool. Sinner, Carlos, Rain. Why would you be going for the Rain? That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. All right, they're warming up their serves. And we're about to get started here. I think Carlos in 3. That wasn't what I asked, but thank you for your prediction. Rublev? Bro, what is Rublev? Is he playing doubles or something? A poll is a great idea. I just did a poll. And it was Sinner 53%. I just did a poll, though. Are you this passive-aggressive in real life? A poll would be a great idea. Oh, would it be? All right. Thank you. I'll remember that. Thank you. Rooting for a Rain is diabolical. Yeah, get that guy out of here. Who rooting for Rain? Get the hell out of here. You want to go see Rain? Go to the Weather Channel, all right? Get the hell out of here. Bronny James is good. He's not even playing today. All right. He ain't even in Monte Carlo. We got to lock in. I think I picked Alcaraz. I can't remember. Go watch the preview video, all right? Go watch it. Go pick it. Go watch it. Go watch and see what I picked, all right? I can't remember. It was yesterday. It's been a long 24 hours. All right. Sinner said, Alcaraz, you're serving first, all right? You serve first. I'm gonna sit back here and I'm gonna receive. You're gonna serve to me in this final. Here we go, chat. Alcaraz the serve, defending champion, world number 1 ranking on the line. Someone is going to assert their dominance on this surface. They both pretty much had the exact same run to the final. Neither guy should be tired. They've both been on court 6 hours. They both dropped 1 set along the way. They both played phenomenally yesterday. Backhand return goes out by Sinner, and Alcaraz wins the first point of the final, 15-love. If you want to watch this match, you can go check it out on the Tennis TV app. They've updated their app. If you click the link, it's down in the description. You can go check it out. We're collaborating with them for the rest of this season. You can watch all the men's matches outside the slams on the app as well. As the backhand goes wide by Sinner up the line, and it's 30-love. 30-love. As the backhand return goes in the backhand of Alcaraz. 4 now. No, that goes out by Alcaraz on the backhand. 30-15. 30-15. And Alcaraz serves again. It is windy out there. There is a breeze. Ah, 40-15, great serve. 40-15. As the return goes wide by Sinner. Alcaraz wins the first game of the final. 1-love. 1-love, Alcaraz. 1 minute game. Both nervous? All right. 1-0. Sinner will struggle in this wind. Well, let's see how he looks. Let's see how he serves. All right, Sinner to serve. Look at the flags. It's too windy. It'll ruin the match. What do you suggest they do? Play tomorrow? Backhand goes into the backhand of Sinner. Backhand out from Alcaraz goes long. And it's 15-love. Love. Prediction is Sinner 6-4, 6-4. Okay. His return goes into the forehand of Sinner. Forehand now from Alcaraz. Again to the forehand of Sinner. As Alcaraz forehand again to the forehand of Sinner. Up the line to the backhand of Alcaraz. Sinner backhand. Again to the backhand of Alcaraz. They go backhand to backhand. As Alcaraz runs around his backhand into forehand into the forehand of Sinner. Alcaraz forehand inside out. Winner. Woo, clean. 15-0. Beautiful shot from Alcaraz. 15-0. Great hitting from both. But Alcaraz just cracks the forehand. Jeez. That was scary. 15-0. I'm laughing because I'm scared. 15-0. As Sinner serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve, Sinner. Is a let. Sinner serves again. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Return goes forehand to Sinner. Into the Alcaraz backhand. Sinner with the backhand. Again to the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand to backhand rally. Alcaraz backhand into the forehand of Sinner. As Alcaraz on the stretch. Hits it long, and it's 30-15. 30-15. Sinner serves again. Sinner serves. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Moonball goes up. Sinner comes in with a passing shot from Alcaraz. Too good! Oh, Sinner just didn't do enough with the approach. And Alcaraz gets the 30-all. Great passing shot. Yeah, Sinner just didn't do enough with that drive volley. 30-all. Sinner serves again. A fault. Second serve. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Return goes into the forehand of Sinner. Alcaraz backhand. To the backhand of Sinner as Alcaraz backhand up the line. Sinner's there with the forehand. But he hits it long with a break point. For Alcaraz, 30-40. 30-40. I can say straight away, Sinner is not getting... He is not getting into these rallies. At all. Like, he is not getting any free points. Even though he's hitting the ball clean, like, Alcaraz is getting him back. And then turning it around. Like, Sinner is not getting any free shots like he was yesterday when he was just crushing winners. First serve is a fault, second serve. Second serve into the backhand of Alcaraz. Return goes to the front of Sinner. Alcaraz backhand on the stretch. Can't get it. That's a good shot. No, it was wide. I lied. Sinner missed it. Where's the lights on the net gone? Can we get some light up nets, please? I can't hear Hawkeye. Hello? Hawkeye, can you speak up? Please? It's a final, Hawkeye. Wakey, wakey. All right, 2-love Alcaraz breaks. I'll tell you, Sinner is not having a good start. No shit, he got broken. Yeah, I know. But he just doesn't look like he's getting into these rallies. Like, even when he tries to do something, it doesn't work. Alcaraz breaks, 2-love. As a return goes into the net by Sinner. 15-love. $15-love. As Alcaraz serves again. Into the back of Sinner. Alcaraz drop shot. Sinner gets it with a drop shot back, but Alcaraz gets there with a forehand. And it goes in the net. Oh, Alcaraz missed the pass. All right, 15-0. Sinner got lucky. 15-0. That drop shot was so good, and the wind like made it go like this. But then Alcaraz missed the easy one. As he serves a fault, Alcaraz. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Sinner. Return the backhand of Alcaraz. Sinner backhand. Into the Alcaraz backhand. Alcaraz overhits that one. 15-30. Ugh. That was not pretty. 15-30. Is Sinner going to lay an egg? I'm going to say no. 15-30. I mean, that would be wild scenes if he actually did lay an egg. Backhand return. Alcaraz slices it back into the forehand of Sinner. Backhand Alcaraz on the stretch goes long, and Sinner's got breakback points. 15-40. Couple of Alcaraz errors. 15-40. $15.40. As Alcaraz serves. A fault. Second serve. Serve is a let. Second serve in the back of Sinner. Return goes into the forehand, but it's long by Sinner on the return. It's 30-40. 30-40. Does this guy read comments or nah? Watching from the Philippines. Hey, what's up? All right, 30-40. As Alcaraz serves again. Another fault. Second serve. Serve in the back of Sinner. Return goes to the backhand of Alcaraz. Sinner. Backhand on the stretch. Alcaraz forehand. Cross court into the forehand of Sinner. Alcaraz forehand goes long. Okay, what a weird rally. Both guys are not playing. That was a bad game by Alcaraz. He played well in the first two games. That game was shocking. All right, back on serve. 2-1. 11 minutes. All right, how we doing, chat? Where's my dog? She's over there. All right. We're back on serve. Panatta is the last Italian slam winner. He's the only other one as well in the open era with Sinner, right? On the men's side. Which plays more rested? They're literally the exact same amount of time on court this week, so both? Maybe windier than it looks. It is windy. Sinner, what are you doing? I'm crying. Bro, if you're crying after 3 games, you might need another sport. Wind isn't helping. Hey, it's George Russell. Hey, it's the ATP boss. Hey, it's a blonde lady. I don't know who that is. Is she famous? Sinner for the win. Okay. All right, 2-1. We're back on serve. They've traded breaks. Alcaraz is done. Only goat is Nole. I think that's like that meme. Like nobody asked, and then all of a sudden it's like Djokovic is GOAT. Yeah, but we know that. You don't have to like. He's not even here. Nobody's disputing that. That's like the voices in your head saying that. You know, like Alcaraz is GOAT. Blah, blah, blah. No, he's not. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Like that's in your head. You gotta relax, buddy. Take a deep breath. Nobody's disputing Djokovic the GOAT. He is the GOAT. Undisputed. It's those voices in your head again, mate. 15 love. You gotta just take a deep breath and just. It's all good. You'll be fine. Nobody said otherwise, mate. You're all good. 15 love. As the return goes to Sinner. 4 now from Alcaraz. As Sinner goes up the line, the back of Alcaraz. And Alcaraz hits it long. 30 love. 30 love. As Sinner serves again. A fault. Second serve. Double fault from Sinner. Okay. 30-15. $30-15. Serve in the back of Alcaraz. Alcaraz in the net. 40-15. Sinner to level this set. Now, 40-15. First serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the back of Alcaraz. Backing out from Sinner to the Alcaraz forehand. Sinner gets the forehand back cross court. Alcaraz forehand goes again. The forehand to Sinner to the slice of Alcaraz. And Sinner backhand to the backhand again of Alcaraz. Sinner backhand again to the Alcaraz backhand. They're just trading backhands cross court. Now a slice from Alcaraz. Sinner runs around into forehand inside out. Straight to Alcaraz backhand. Sinner gets the backhand again though. Alcaraz with a drop shot in the net. And it's 2-0. So after the first two games, Sinner was not getting in the rallies. The last two games has been error-filled Alcaraz. And now we're level. 2-0. Very strange start to this match. All right. 2-0. Both are not playing at all their best, by the way. Both are way below their best. Not even close. Neither of these guys is doing anything like what they should. Both are below 8 in a performance rating. Alcaraz is a 7.9. Sinner is a 7.5. These guys average 9s. Like they average, well, Sinner average is over 9. Alcaraz an 8.6. But still, way below their best at the moment. Way below their average. All right, love 15. As Alcaraz serves. A fault. Second serve. Ooh, double fault Alcaraz. Love 30. God, Alcaraz's errors have just risen over the last 3 games. Hey, Radek Stepanek in the house. Love 30. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Serve to the back end of Sinner. Return. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. That's just too strong. 15-30. Nice shot there from Alcaraz. $15-30. As a default second serve. Cam, you look fresh today. Thank you. I feel fresh. Serve to the backhand of Sinner is a let. Serve again. Into the backhand of Sinner. Backhand from Alcaraz. To the backhand of Sinner. Alcaraz drop shot. It's too good. Sinner was going backwards and he slipped and slid. Couldn't get there. 30-all. Smart from Alcaraz. 30-all. 30-all. Best drop shot so far. $30-all. As Alcaraz serves in the forehand of Sinner, return the net. 40-30 Alcaraz to take back the lead. Sinner's only hit one winner, by the way. Both these guys are not playing well. And look, you could definitely put that down to the wind. I think these guys are not able to play their best tennis yet because of the conditions. And also the moment. Obviously, they're playing for world number one. You know, getting a win over the other one is a big deal, right? The Sinner rivalry. Who gets the last win, you know, is the favorite in the next one. All that kind of shit, right? Backhand rally. As we get a backhand from Sinner into the forehand of Alcaraz to the forehand of Sinner. Alcaraz forehand on the stretch. Goes long and it's deuce. That was a clean shot by Sinner. All right, deuce. All right. Alcaraz to serve again. He serves a fault. Second serve. And both guys not getting enough first serves in. As a return for Sinner goes to the front of Alcaraz. Alcaraz hits it wide. Great return from Sinner, and it's advantage Sinner to take the break and lead for the first time today. Great return. Advantage Sinner. Alcaraz needs more first serves. First serve is a let. Serve again. Into the forehand of Sinner. Sinner hits it wide, and we're back to deuce. Back to deuce. Okay. Back to deuce. As the return goes into the forehand of Alcaraz, and Alcaraz goes back behind Sinner. Smart shot. Advantage Alcaraz. Advantage Alcaraz. Take back the lead. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. To the backhand of Sinner. Backhand out from Alcaraz into the Sinner backhand. As they go back into backhand. Sinner runs around his backhand, hits a forehand inside out. Good shot. Alcaraz gets it. Drop shot Sinner. Alcaraz going to get there with a slice. Sinner with a forehand. Cross court. Just missed. Wow. That would have been a crazy shot by Sinner, but he just missed it wide. And Alcaraz takes the lead. 3-2 in this first set. It was almost like a forehand driving volley on the stretch, like a slap volley. That goes. I mean, look, Sinner could have won that point had he have not, I guess, got himself out of position. But he expected that Alcaraz was going to drop shot off the drop shot, so he took 2 steps in, and then he realized, oh no, he's going to hit it deep, and then he takes 2 steps to the right. And then has to do a drive volley rather than letting it bounce, hitting a forehand winner. So he kind of put himself out of position because he misread what Alcaraz was going to do off his drop shot. All right, we're back. We're on serve. It's 3-2. 3-2 Alcaraz. How we doing, chat? Do you think we will ever see a Roland Garros level between these two? I think the Roland Garros final last year was arguably the best one we've ever seen, and we'll probably never see one like it. Might have been like a 2008 Wimbledon type of deal. But we're talking about that final for generations, and I don't know if they'll ever be able to replicate that. Sinner will demolish arrogant Alcaraz and make him lose his confidence. All right. You all right? You good? You okay? All right, 3-2. Sinner serves. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Return the forehand to Sinner. Alcaraz forehand of the stretch. Sinner. Again, with a forehand, but he smacks it in the net. And it's love 15. Love 15. All right. First serve's a fault. Second serve. As we get a backhand to the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand from Sinner. Into the Alcaraz backhand on the stretch. To the Sinner forehand. Alcaraz backhand again. Into the Sinner forehand. As Alcaraz backhand cross court. Sinner gets it. Into the backhand of Alcaraz down the middle. But Alcaraz overhits it. And it's 15-0. 15-0. Alcaraz already hit 10 unforced errors. 5 from Sinner. So it ain't been a pretty match. All right. First is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As a return goes to the forehand of Alcaraz. Sinner backing it from Alcaraz. Into the forehand of Sinner. Alcaraz backing on the stretch. Goes long. And it's 30-15. 30-15. Sinner serves again. Serving to the back of Alcaraz. Return the net. 40-15 Sinner. To level this set. (40-15). First serve, a fault. Second serve. So the forehand of Alcaraz return into the forehand of Sinner. Forehand to forehand rally as Alcaraz hits it wide. Sinner levels 3-3. 3-3. All right, nearly 30 minutes played. 3-3. Why are they playing so badly against each other? I think it's due to the conditions. I think the wind is making them both play worse than they should. Hey, Robin!
Super psyched. Was waiting for this be welcome.
Hey, think of it, $2. Yeah, I think the conditions are messing with both of their rhythms. I think the wind is affecting both guys. And look, yes, nerves, but they should get rid of that after at least after 20 minutes. Like they shouldn't be nervous 30 minutes in at 3-3, you know. Their nerves should have calmed down a little bit. So you gotta think it's gotta be the wind, right? All right, 15 love. It's a great winner from Alcaraz that time. Actually, both are tired. What are you talking about? They had a week off. They both had a week off last week, and they both have played 6 hours each. So what do you mean tired? 15 love as that goes out by Alcaraz 15-0. 15-0. And neither of these guys have looked tired all week. So why are they tired right now? All of a sudden. Come on. 15-0. As with a serve and volley from Alcaraz. But Sinner's going to get there with the backhand, and Alcaraz puts away the volley. 30-15. Conditions look brutal, yeah. Yeah, the wind is playing crazy with the ball. Good hands there from Alcaraz. Serve to the forehand of Sinner. Forehand from Alcaraz. Again, the forehand to Sinner. Alcaraz with the forehand again to the Sinner forehand up the line. Alcaraz backhand. To the backhand of Sinner. Alcaraz backhand into the backhand again of Sinner. Down the line to the forehand of Alcaraz. Sinner forehand on the stretch. That's a great angle by Sinner. What a shot. 30 all. Woo. That's a Sinner special. That forehand on the on a slight run whips it cross court. That is a perfect shot from Sinner. He loves that. All right, 30 all. That might be the best shot we've seen so far. Alcaraz serves. Into the body of Sinner. Great serve. Sinner's return goes wide. Beautiful serve by Alcaraz. Smart serve. All right, 40-30. Hey, Holger Rune's in the house. He's sitting in front of Stefan Edberg. All right, 40-30. Alcaraz serves. I love that Rune is out there scouting. He's just like, these are the guys. I can beat both these guys. He can. He has. I think he's beaten them both on clay as well, right? 40-30. As a return from Sinner's a winner. Whew, okay. Now they're starting to settle in. Deuce. I think somebody's trying to get attention, Deb. All right, deuce. All right, first there's a fault, second serve. There's a backhand return from Sinner to the forehand of Alcaraz. Sinner forehand. Into the Alcaraz forehand. Sinner again with a forehand. Alcaraz drop shot. That's just too good. That's just too good. That was just too good. It died on impact. Advantage Alcaraz. It bounced this high. Sinner went for it, but he wasn't getting there before the third bounce. Like, that was ridiculous. Perfect drop shot. Even the cameraman was fooled. They're like, what? Advantage Alcaraz. What a shot. Yeah, Sinner had no chance. Yeah, stadium is full. Hell yeah. All right. Advantage Alcaraz to take back the lead. Serve. Here's a fault. Second serve. As we get a backhand rally. Sinner on the stretch gets it. Alcaraz forehand up the line. Sinner with a pass. Alcaraz with a volley. Sinner with a slice in the net. And a big shout by Alcaraz. Okay. Alcaraz leads 4-3. Alcaraz leads. Keeps that lead. 4-3. All right, how are we doing, chat? How are we? Any celebrities there besides the Prince of Monaco? Yeah, yep. I'm sure there are. Sinner will win, okay. French Open is at the end of May. Yeah, Rune is there. He's a celebrity. Right. Of course he is. All right, here we go. Let's see if Sinner can keep hold. Are their ratings still below an 8? No, they're both above an 8 now. 8.3 Alcaraz, 8.6 for Sinner. So they're both risen. They've both risen. All right. Back to Sinner. Serve in the front of Alcaraz. Return goes in the front of Sinner. Sinner hits a wide. Love 15. All right, love 15. Serve again. Is a let. And Sinner serves a fault. Second serve. Oh, double fault Sinner. Love 30. Trouble for Sinner. Love 30. All right, Sinner serves again. A fault, second serve. Second serve, Sinner. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Return into the forehand of Sinner. Alcaraz, a forehand again. The forehand of Sinner. Up the line to the backhand of Alcaraz. Now a Sinner. Backhand to backhand with Alcaraz. Again to the backhand of Sinner. Alcaraz backhand again to the Sinner backhand. As Alcaraz backhand goes long. Sinner too strong on the rally. 15-30. Serve again. Here's a fault. Second serve. Second serve, Sinner. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Sinner backhand to the forehand of Alcaraz, who shanks it wide. 30-all. Ugly shot. 30-all. Serve again from Sinner. It has not been pretty, this match. It's not been the prettiest Alcaraz Sinner match, that's for sure. And Sinner serves another fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand of Sinner. Into the Alcaraz forehand on the stretch. Sinner forehand up the line. Alcaraz there with the backhand. But he hits it long. 40-30. As Sinner looks to level. And the wind is nuts. It is going crazy out there. First serve, fault, second serve. Serve to the backhand. Alcaraz backhand from Sinner to the Alcaraz backhand. As they go backhand to backhand. Now Sinner hits a forehand inside out again to the backhand of Alcaraz. Off the tape now to the forehand of Sinner. Sinner overhits it. There's that little deviation off the net, threw Sinner off, and we're back to deuce. Another tough game for Sinner on serve. All right, deuce. Sinner serves. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Which goes out. Great serve, Sinner. All right, advantage Sinner to level. Advantage Sinner. Sinner serves. To the slice of Alcaraz. Return. Goes long. Two good serves from Sinner. And he levels 4-4. Sinner's dad stands up slightly and gives a round of applause and then sits back down straight away. He's like, oh, good. He's like, all right, everybody, just relax, right? He just got a little out of control, right? Sinner's dad just getting a little bit wild. He's getting a little overexcited. He just needs to relax, all right? He's getting a little too excited. He almost stood up. 4-all. 4-4. All right. Alcaraz serves. And the return goes in the forehand of Alcaraz. Sinner with the backhand. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Sinner backhand again to the forehand of Alcaraz. That's a good shot. Sinner on the stretch gets it. And it's Alcaraz forehand cross-court angle. Sinner goes up the line, but long. Alcaraz just toyed with him in that rally. 15-love. Love. Serve again. Is let. There's a certain volley. Alcaraz. Oh, what a return by Sinner, though. He smacks the backhand cross court, and Alcaraz couldn't get it. What a shot. Great backhand. He was so far out of court, too, Sinner. That was ridiculous. What an angle. Wasn't actually a bad serve and volley idea, but phenomenal return. Made Alcaraz look slow. 15-all. As we let. Alcaraz serves again. A foul. Second serve. As the backhand goes in the net by Sinner. 30-15. And Sinner knows that was a bad miss. $30-15. All right. Serve again. Alcaraz serves. Another fault. Second serve. I tell you, first serves have been missing for both guys. Second serve. Into the backhand of Sinner. Good return. Alcaraz gets it. Sinner with a forehand up the line. Alcaraz gets it with a slice, but it's going to go wide. 30-all. 30-all. Feels like both these guys are just... They're not making it easy for themselves. 30-all. As Alcaraz serves again. Serve to the front of Sinner. Return is out. All right, clutch. Needed the first serve. Got the first serve. And it's 40-30. Alcaraz to stay in front. 45 minutes of intensity. 40-30. Serve. Into the backhand of Sinner. Return. To the front of Alcaraz, who shanks it wide. Sinner hit the baseline, and Alcaraz just wasn't ready for it. Deuce. Now, when the ball does hit the line on clay, it does... I'm pretty sure this clay court has the traditional sort of plastic line. I don't think they have the painted lines. So it does have a different texture, right? So if it hits a line, it does skid. A little bit like on a hard court when it hits a line, and even on grass, right? When it hits a line, it does react differently, right? And then Alcaraz double faults. Okay, that had nothing to do with anything. That was just a bad serve. Andreeva wins. Nice. All right, advantage Sinner. Break point, take the lead. And the serve of the set. Advantage Sinner. As we to serve. Down the 10th, forehand Sinner. Return goes deep into the front of Alcaraz. Sinner. Forehand inside out into the Alcaraz backhand. Sinner forehand again. Overhits it. And it's deuce. God, these guys are playing way below their best. These are not the two guys that we saw yesterday play the semis. Both are struggling. All right, deuce. Serve to the back of the Sinner. Return goes into the front of Alcaraz. Here's the drop shot. Sinner's gonna miss it. He's not gonna get there at all. Too good. Alcaraz he's played some great drop shots. He's getting Sinner as Sinner's like moving back. So then when he tries to push off, it's different to a hard court, right? So when you're running back on a hard court, if you take one step back, your feet are gonna grip to the clay to the concrete, right? And then you can push off and try and accelerate. On clay, if you push off, your foot might slip and you're not going to get to the ball in time. That's why it was such a good drop shot, because not only that, but also on a clay court, the ball doesn't bounce as high, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, the fact that he had Sinner moving backwards all the way it was going this way, it's a phenomenal drop shot. 400 rally. Up the line down to the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand of Sinner. Into the Alcaraz backhand. Sinner with a forehand again to the backhand of Alcaraz. Into the Sinner forehand. Sinner overhits it, and Alcaraz keeps the lead. 5-4. Sinner's going to serve to stay in it. God, what a tense set. Again, they're not playing their best. This is not the best quality Sincaraz match we've ever seen. They are way below their best. They've hit more errors than winners. 9 winners and 17 errors from Alcaraz already. That's terrible. But Sinner's not playing well either. He's not playing his best, so it levels out. 4 winners, 11 errors from Sinner. 7 on the forehand side. So they're both not playing pretty. They're not playing well. But they're both equally playing as bad as each other. So it's level, I guess. That's the nicest way I could put it. And I don't want to hear this like, oh, but Cam, they're human. Oh, give them a break. They're the 2 best players on the planet. And they're the 2 best players of, arguably, of the 2020s. I mean, yes, Djokovic, Nadal. So, there shouldn't be... They weren't playing this bad when they last played. The ATP Finals, they weren't playing this bad. So, I don't know. Don't give me nerves or... Come on now. ATP Finals was indoors. It wasn't windy. So, that's the big difference. Also, it's not just any wind; it's wind off the ocean, right? Because it's Monte Carlo is on the on the coastline, right? So you're getting that sea breeze. This is a terrible final. It's not the best quality, but it's still intense, though. That's the good thing. If one of these guys was playing this bad and the other guy was playing as well as they can, it would be a bad final. But because it's close, even though it's not quality, it's still good. Like, it can be ugly, but close. I mean, that US Open final with Thiem and Zverev, terrible quality. High drama, intense, nerve-wracking. I mean, that was epic for it wasn't great. It wasn't great final, but it was a great final. 15 love. Sinner serves again. Trying to stay in this set. Serving another fault. I tell you, the first serves are both not hitting at the moment. Feels like the entire set, they've both missed so many first serves. I mean, Sinner at 44% first serves in. Yuck. Forehand goes up the line to the backhand of Sinner. Alcaraz backhand pass. Sinner with a volley. Alcaraz backhand lob. Sinner with a smash. Oh, that was... You could tell... If you watch that, you could tell how much the wind affected that lob. As soon as Alcaraz hit it up, the ball looked like it was going over Sinner's head, and all of a sudden it just, like, dropped short. You could tell how... I mean, that was almost a terrible... It was almost a really tough smash for Sinner to hit because the ball was going way over his head, and the wind stopped it, and he had to, like, lunge for it almost. It's super windy once the ball gets a little bit high in the air. It's going crazy. 30 love. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Yeah, both these guys are below 60% first serves in. Luckily, they're both winning second serve points, but yeah. They are both not serving well. As the backhand return goes in the backhand of Sinner, but Sinner overhits it and it's 30-15, but somebody ruined it in the chat, so let's not do that anymore. 30-15. Sinner serves again. As a default from Sinner again. Second serve. Second serve. The forehand because he shanks the return. Jeez. That was uncharacteristic. 40-15. Sinner to level the first set. Again. As we get a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As a return goes into the backhand of Alcaraz. Sinner forehand. Into the Alcaraz backhand again. As they go backhand to backhand for a bit. Sinner on the stretch. Alcaraz with another drop shot. Sinner gets this one with a drop shot back. Alcaraz gets there with a forehand slice. Cross-court winner. Wait, no. Yes. Yes, no. He missed. It just missed. It just missed. It's 5-all. He just pushed it wide. All right, 5-all. Nearly an hour played. All right, back to Alcaraz. All right, 5-5. This first set is so important. This first set is so important. Because the winner of this first set may feel the freedom to be able to play a little bit more aggressive in the second and have that, have a little less pressure on them in the second to go for it. So this first set is so, so important. All right, 15 love. Serve goes into the forehand of Sinner. Return into the forehand of Alcaraz. Sinner shanks the forehand wide. 30 love. By the way, chat, we're almost 1,000 likes. Can we get to 1,000 likes by the end of this set? We might have a tie break. All right, 30 love. As the return goes into the forehand of Alcaraz up the line, he stays back. Sinner backhand to the backhand of Alcaraz. Again to the backhand of Sinner. Now Alcaraz forehand inside out. And Sinner shanks the backhand wide, and it's 40 love. This might be the easiest game of the match so far. 40 love. As Sinner slice return, and then Alcaraz just puts it away. I think Sinner played that almost as if he thought it was a fault. And then he just like casually hit the slice, and it was a short ball, and Alcaraz crushed it. But it's like he thought it was a fault. He was just waiting for Hawkeye to call a fault. He's like, oh, wait, what? Not a fault? Oh, okay. I guess not. All right. Okay. How we doing, chat? Where are we watching from? Let me know in the chat where we're watching from. I'm in Australia. It's midnight. Where are we watching from? Where are we watching from? Poland, India, Nigeria, Cleveland, England, Netherlands, Philippines, Switzerland, Greece, Ethiopia, South Africa, Berlin, Zimbabwe, Maryland, Finland. They're just showing the flags again. They are flying. We've got Dubai, Sierra Leone, Malaysia, Cincinnati, Bangladesh, Manila, Australia. Hey, there's some Aussies here. We've got Texas. We've got Belgium, Ghana, Canada, France, Austria, Ireland. We got Kenya in the house. Sri Lanka is in the house. Senegal, Connecticut, Honolulu, Birmingham, Nairobi, Pakistan, Northern Ireland, Las Vegas, Glasgow, Vietnam, San Francisco, Germany, Brazil. All right, 6-5. Sinner serving to get to the tiebreak. All right, we got a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Return goes into the Sinner forehand up the line, but he missed it, Sinner, and it's love 15. How's Melbourne? God, the weather here has been crappy. It is well and truly getting winter. It's like that on and off rain, and everything's damp, and everything's cold. So it's not like constantly raining, but it's just like, it's pretty miserable. But I like this weather, so I'm actually in my element. Most people hate it though. It's that weather that you go outside and it could rain for 5 minutes and then, rain for 10 minutes and then it stops raining. And it's just on and off rain. It's just not fun. Back in Alcaraz, love 15. As with a volley from Alcaraz in the nets. He snuck into the net, but he couldn't put away the volley. 15-0. You just described England? Yeah, I know. But it's not like that English weather where it's just like it's constantly raining. Like it will rain for like an entire day. It's like that, like 10 minutes of rain, and then if you're outside, like you could get caught in the rain at any point because at any stage it's going to start raining. So it's very unpredictable. All right. 15-0. As we serve it down the tee, the backhand of Alcaraz. Sinner with the forehand is wide. Oh no. Oh no. 15-30. Sinner might steal this. Alcaraz might steal this set. 15-30. Serve again. And that is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. And as a return goes into the backhand of Sinner. Forehand from Alcaraz. Sinner with a forehand into the Alcaraz forehand. But Alcaraz hits in the net. Again, Alcaraz, I reckon that passing shot that Sinner hit when Alcaraz served and volleyed has spooked Carlos because he is hesitating when it comes to those approach shots. He is not going to the net. Now, he hasn't been playing well at the net for most of the week. One of the surprising stats I told you at the start was he's only won before this match. Net points won, he's won 66%. That's low. Usually he's in the 80s or 90s. So he's not going to the net much, Alcaraz. And he's kind of hesitating to go there in this match as well. As that goes out by Alcaraz and it's 40-30. Like, how many times do we see Alcaraz in his matches just charge, right? Just charge the net. He hits a forehand, he just goes straight into it. He's not doing that at all. He's like hitting the forehand and then like, he's doing like a Medvedev. Doing that like dance with the net, right? Like, what are we going to do? By the way, 6-7, we get it. We get it. You're 12 years old. Whoop-de-doo. Give the iPad back to your mum. First serve the fault, second serve. By the way, 6-7. Did we move on? Are we doing something else now? 40-30. As the return goes into the forehand of Sinner. Forehand from Alcaraz, cross court. Sinner gets it. Goes down the middle. Alcaraz in the attack. Now he comes to the net. As he hits a drop volley. Sinner with a pass. Goes in the net. He must have heard me, Chad. He went to the net. Deuce. All right, deuce. You know what we might have to do today? Just because it's a little bit hectic in here. We might just have to, for Deb's sake, we might just have to slow it up. All right. Deuce. Alcaraz 2 points away from stealing this set. Man, it would be a steal. Serve is good. And the return goes in the net. Alcaraz with a big, loud grunt. It didn't help him. Ball still went in the net. Advantage Sinner. Clutch serve. Advantage Sinner. To get to the tiebreak. Serve. Into the forehand of Alcaraz return. Deep into the forehand of Sinner who shanks it. And we get back to deuce. All right, we get to deuce. Why would it be a steal? Because breaking to win the set is a steal. In my book. And it doesn't feel like Alcaraz or Sinner is playing better than the other. It should be a tie break. This should be broken up by a tie break. It doesn't. Neither player deserves to win the set with a break. They've both been the same. So Alcaraz winning the set 7-5 wouldn't feel. It doesn't feel like he's. It feels like they should be at 6-all. It should be a tie break. All right, advantage Sinner. Yeah, it is windy out there. It is super windy, which is why the low quality. It's affecting both. It has gone better as they've adjusted to the match, but yeah, both of these guys are playing below their best. Way below their best. All right, advantage Sinner to get to the tiebreak. Serve out wide. Slice goes in from Alcaraz. Sinner with a forehand cross court. Alcaraz guesses right with a forehand, but it's in the net. We're going to a tie break. All right, chat. Who you got? Who is winning the tie break? We've had a couple of breaks early in the set. Alcaraz got the 2-love. Sinner broke back to get to 2-all. Or got to 2-1. We got back on serve. So a couple of breaks early. Both had chances to break. Since then, neither has been able to break. So the only fair thing would be a tiebreak. By the way, these guys have played a lot of tiebreak first sets against each other, which is very funny. Not so funny for people that are watching, but like funny for neutral people. They're, oh, that's a funny thing to see. It is funny. It's hilarious. Including the Rome final last year, where Alcaraz won the first set 7-6 and then ran away with the second. They played a first set tiebreak at the ATP finals. Sinner won that one. Beijing 2024, Sinner won that one. First set tiebreak. Rome last year, it was Alcaraz first set tiebreak win. First set tiebreak in Beijing 23, Sinner won that one. First set tiebreak in Miami 23, Alcaraz won that one. Indian Wells 2023, first set tiebreak. That went to Alcaraz. In fact, they played first set tiebreaks in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of their 16 matches. Now 9. The 9th time they played a first set tiebreak. Crazy. And Alcaraz has won most of them. Just saying. All right, one love Alcaraz. It doesn't mean he wins the match all the time, but he has won the first set tiebreak more than Sinner. All right, nice serve, Sinner, 1-1. I do feel like Sinner needs to win this tiebreak more, though. I feel like it's... Sinner needs the set more. 1-1. And Sinner serves. To the front of Alcaraz. Return goes into the slice of Sinner. He hits a drop shot. Alcaraz backing up the line. Sinner with a lob. Alcaraz with the backhand volley. Sinner forehand pass. Too good. Alcaraz just couldn't do enough with that high backhand volley. One of the toughest shots in the game to try and hit. 2-1 Sinner. On serve. 2-1. By the way, we're almost at 1,000 likes. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining. This has potential to be match of the year. 3-set match of the year. I still don't know who gets that. Who has that yet? Was it Fonseca versus... No, it was Feast versus Paul, wasn't it? Is that what we came to the conclusion? All right, serve again. There's a fault. Second serve. Second serve, Alcaraz. Into the back of Sinner. Good return to the backhand of Alcaraz. Sinner forehand. Into the Alcaraz backhand up the line. Sinner forehand goes again to the backhand of Alcaraz. Into the Sinner backhand. They go backhand to backhand. Sinner on the stretch goes up the line and long. 2-0. Alcaraz just pushed him out a little bit wide. It's 2-0. All right, back to Alcaraz again. Yeah, Djokovic-Draper was a great match too. Maybe that was it. What's up, Alyssa? How you doing? 2-2. Serve again. Down the tee's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Sinner. Return into the Alcaraz forehand. It lands in. Sinner gets it on the stretch with the backhand. Drop shot Alcaraz. Sinner's going to get there though. And put it away. Sinner could read it. He read it. And he puts it away. Gets the mini break. 3-2 Sinner. Holger Rune clapping too loudly for Sinner. Holger Rune is a Sinner fan. Confirmed. God, I can't wait till Rune comes back. He's come here to watch these guys and just see how, oh, you guys are playing terrible. I could beat you. That's what Rune is thinking right now. He's just like, you guys suck. Rune is scouting, and I love it. 3-2. He's like, what? You guys are the two best players. All right. I'll see you in Paris. 3-2. As he serves against Sinner. That's a great serve out wide. 4-2. They change ends. Beautiful serve from Sinner. We haven't said that much, that many times today. There hasn't been too many good serves. Okay. Sinner's got the mini break. 4-2. There's an Italian and a Spanish flag right next to each other. That seems dangerous to have them sitting right next to each other. We need to probably, like they do in football, they're like, you sit over here and you sit over here. 4-2. All right, Sinner serves again. Down the tee. Alcaraz returns, but it's wide. 5-2 Sinner. All right, he's got that mini break. It's only one mini break, though. 5-2. 1 hour and 11 minutes played. 5-2. Alcaraz getting a lot of words from his coaches that I can't understand because I don't speak Spanish. I'm an idiot. 5-2. I'm sure they're important words, though. As a return, goes out. Great serve, Alcaraz that time. All right, 5-3 Sinner. 5-3. This set became even more important for Sinner now. Now that he's led the tiebreak, if he loses this set now. Ace out wide by Carlos. All right, clutch. And it's Sinner 5-4. He's going to serve the set. All right, 5-4. First ace of the match. 5-4. All right, 5-4. Sinner serves again. He's going to try and serve for this set. Out wide, good serve. Return goes in from Alcaraz. Sinner with a forehand cross court. Alcaraz gets it with a lob. Sinner's going to let it bounce. And then he's going to hit a smash. Alcaraz gets it back, but it's not going to make the net. And Sinner's got set points. 6-4. And the Italian flags are flying. All right, 6-4 Sinner. He's got the set points to take the first set. It's on his serve, this first one. Sinner serves. Down the tee. Alcaraz returns. It goes in. Sinner forehand in the net. Oh, no. He had a sitter. To be fair, it wasn't an easy shot. A short ball like that, it didn't really bounce that high. It was very short. But for Jannik Sinner, he should have crushed that. He slapped it in the net. We're back on serve, but it's still set point. It was a really awkward return. It looked easy. It was deceiving. The ball didn't bounce that high once it went over the net, and Sinner couldn't really hit it down, if that makes sense, because it was sort of below the level of the net. Anyways, still set point Sinner. Alcaraz with a fault. Uh-oh. Second serve. Second serve, Alcaraz. Double faults. Wow. I mean, that sums up the set. It wasn't pretty. Those last two shots, that wraps up the set. A double fault, a missed forehand, a double fault. That's it. I mean, an easy forehand mistake and a double fault. That's what the set consisted of. It was ugly, and it was close, but it was ugly. Okay. Sinner wins the first. I think Sinner needed the first. I think Sinner needed that first set more. I mean, it was so ugly, they're not even showing the performance rating. They're just, it's not pretty. They're not showing the performance rating. They're like, oh, let's not show that. Let's not show it. All right. 2 breaks of serve in that first set. It was at the first 3 games with 2 breaks. And then they held serve. But they were break points for Sinner as the set went on. Alcaraz never got a break point after that. But Sinner did get a couple of chances late. So he was probably the slightly better player in the set, but yeah, that wasn't pretty. That was not a pretty set. Not for a Alcaraz match. All right. Sinner is good at giving away leads, though. That's harsh. There's something called winning ugly. A win is a win. Okay. I've read that book too. Cool. Playing in strong wind is frustrating. Oh, yeah. It's annoying for everybody. If they were playing on a nice sunny day like this, I'd be very, very worried. But because it's windy, you got to give them both. You got to give them both a... I'm sure if they played again in Rome and it was a nice day, they wouldn't be playing at this. There'd be a better quality match. If Carlos keeps playing like this, the new 2026 champion is going to be Sinner. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. If Alcaraz steps up, it's going to the scoreline could be 6-7, 6-1, 6-1, like Umag 22. Okay. Hey, we got to 1,000 likes. Let's go. Thank you, everybody, for liking the video. Don't forget to sub as well if you haven't already. All right, Sinner's going to serve first in the second set as well, so that's going to be interesting. That could be a little bit of a bonus prize for winning the first set. You get to serve first. All right, here we go. Sinner to serve. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. As the return goes in the backhand of Sinner. Backhand up from Alcaraz. Into the backhand of Sinner as Alcaraz backhand again. Into the Sinner backhand. But Sinner overhits it. Love 15. Love 15. All right, serve again. Someone in the crowd's making noise. Hey, buddy, shut up. Why don't you shut up back there? Nobody wants you to talk. Shut the hell up. Sinner serves. Somebody out there yapping. 4-4 rally. As we're going to 400% up the line. That goes wide. Love 30. Chance for Alcaraz to get a break early here. Love 30. Remember, the winner of this match becomes number one, or stays number one. And new or and still. We're going to be doing it. Love 30. Oh, is it the flagpoles that are making noise? Hey, somebody get that flag out of here. Get that flagpole out of here. Somebody take down that flag out there and just rip it apart. Get it out of there. Jeez, chat. This is crazy. Who the hell designed the flagpoles? That's what I want to know. It's bullshit. 4-4 rally. That goes out by Alcaraz, 15-30. Get it out of here, chat. Let's tear him down. It's crazy. Oh, it's a drone. Is the drone distracting the players? Get that drone out of here. Get out of here! Get that drone out of here! It's too windy for a drone anyway. 15-30. And Sinner serves. Got Amazon giving out fucking parcels in the middle of a match. What the hell? Get the drone out of here, mate. Nobody ordered Uber Eats. 15-30. Backhand return. Into the backhand of Sinner. Forehand from Alcaraz. Sinner puts up a lob. Alcaraz with a smash. Straight to Sinner. Alcaraz with a drop volley. Sinner's going to get there with a backhand. Alcaraz volley open court winner. 15-40. Beautiful shot. Alcaraz to break straight away. Drone should play Bro, the day that drones take over people as playing tennis is the day I'm just going to leave the country and never come back. I'm going to leave the internet and never come back. All right, 1540. The day I'm commentating two robots playing each other is the day that I'm probably got to rethink my life decisions. 1540. As that goes in the net from Alcaraz, 30-40. I'll tell you what, Chad, we're probably not too far away from Alcaraz taking on a robot. If we're going to get real serious, you know, we had Billie Jean King taking on Bobby Riggs. We're going to have Alcaraz taking on a fucking robot one day. They're already doing it in chess. Just you wait. 30-40. It's going to be an exhibition. They're going to... 30-40. Second serve, Sinner. Let's enjoy this while we can because the robot's coming. The backhand of Alcaraz. Forehand of Sinner. As Alcaraz backhand goes long, we get the deuce. I tell you what, when they teach them how to play tennis, unforced errors will be not a thing. Nobody will make an error. The wind won't affect the bots. Deuce. And Sinner survives the first game here for now. Deuce. There's a bit of serve from Sinner. Out wide of the forehand of Alcaraz. Return. Into the forehand of Sinner. Up the line. That's a beautiful shot. Alcaraz slices it back. Sinner comes in out with the forehand inside out. Winner. Great hitting by Jannik Sinner. Advantage Sinner. All right, advantage Sinner to take the first game of the second. As he serves again. Serve out wide. The backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand it from Sinner. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. He hits it wide. And Sinner holds 1-love in the second. He takes the first game. All right. Saves a couple of break points in the meantime. Hey, what's up, Scott? How you doing? All right, no worries, DJ. We'll see you later. If that was to happen, neither side would win a point. Now, they would. They would hit winners, right? Thanks, Nazi. Appreciate it. All right. They just played an ad. Did they just play an ad in the middle at the change of ends? What the hell was even that? They're playing Spotify ads in the middle. You know when you got free Spotify and you press next and it's like they play an ad for 30 seconds. You're like, what? Excuse me. I want to listen to the next track, please. You're ruining my playlist. They just did that on a tennis match. They just played an audio ad at the change of ends. Nobody wants to fly. What's that ad? What's that ad? That the plane ad? That meme? Nothing beats a blah holiday, right? Stop playing ads. One love. We've lost it, chat. Monte Carlo, the umpire's doing an ad read. What's going on? This match is sponsored by. Nobody cares. Love 40. Love 15. Alcaraz in trouble. Love 15. You're sponsored by Rolex. We can see the sign. You don't need to tell us about it. By the way, chat, I don't reckon I could afford any of the sponsors of, like, I'm looking at all these sponsors and I'm like, I can't afford any of these. Maybe the water. Maybe the water. I could afford the water. Maybe. It would cost me a little bit, but maybe I could afford the water. Is that back in there by Sinner 15-0? You could get replaced too? Hey, bro, I'm like Beyonce. I'm irreplaceable, all right? To the left, to the left. All right? Don't even joke, mate. Anyways, that goes in there by Sinner. 30-15. As Alcaraz serves again. A fault. Second serve. Oh, Alcaraz is throwing the ball around. All right. 30-15. Serving to the backhand of Sinner. Return gets the backhand of Alcaraz up the line. That's a good shot. Sinner slices it in the net. 40-15. 40-15. Alcaraz the level of the second. (40-15). There's a bit of fault. Second serve. You don't have a Rolex? The only Rolex I'm finding is probably a fake one at the thrift store. Backhand return it, but I wouldn't buy it anyway because I have a Fitbit. Can a Rolex tell me how many steps I've taken? I think not. All right, 1-0. Back to Sinner. We need subtitles. I can't understand what Samuel Lopez is saying. Somebody tell me in the chat. Stop shouting. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's 1-0. And Sinner serves the backhand of Alcaraz. Return goes in the backhand of Sinner. Alcaraz backhand. Into the Sinner backhand. As Alcaraz backhand up the middle. Sinner's there with a forehand. Again, the backhand of Alcaraz. Sinner forehand shanked, but it goes in. To the forehand of Alcaraz. Again, the forehand of Sinner. Now Alcaraz in trouble. Sinner, forehand up the line. Carlos is there with the backhand. As Sinner forehand inside out again to the backhand of Alcaraz. Sinner. Backhand now to the forehand of Alcaraz. Now Sinner doing some running. And hits it in the net. Love 15. Nice turnaround there from Alcaraz. It's been a long match so far. So physically, we've got to keep an eye out. Because these guys are grinding. Love 15. Serve. Down the tee, the forehand of Alcaraz. Turn goes in the forehand of Sinner. Alcaraz forehand of the stretch. In the net. 15-0. 15-0. Sinner serves again. Sinner serves. Now wide of the forehand of Alcaraz. Return gets the forehand of Sinner. Drop shot is good. Alcaraz gets there with the drop shot back. Sinner forehand cross court is wide. Wow. Sinner completely misread that. 15-30. Why is Cam shouting "oh no" on Sinner mistakes? Objective? Bro, why so sensitive? You'll be okay. Everything will be okay. It'll be okay. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Everything will be fine. It's not. I didn't bet my house on Sinner today. That was yesterday. As with a return now from Alcaraz, it's shanked. Goes in though. As with a backing now from Alcaraz into the forehand of Sinner. Sinner hits it in the net. 15-40. We've got 2 more break points for Carlos Alcaraz. It's got me drinking. Tea. It's tea. It's just tea. Don't be alarmed. It's just tea. All right, 2 more break points for Alcaraz. He's had 4 break points or 3 break points already in this set. Serve. Where's Alcaraz? He's not even on the court. There he is. Forehand now goes to the backhand of Alcaraz. He stays over by back. Rafa would be proud. He missed that backhand though. 30-40. Alcaraz is standing so far back, can't even see him. Also, Alcaraz is starting to get annoyed. He's starting to get a little pissed off. 30-40, he's starting to get a little chatty. 30-40. The downfall of Alcaraz is nearing. It's not that deep. 30-40. Really? All right, you took that a bit far. 30-40. Still break point for Alcaraz. Serving the back of Alcaraz. Return into the forehand of Sinner. Alcaraz back in the rally. As Sinner goes up the line with a forehand at the back of Alcaraz. Sinner forehand again. Is good. Alcaraz slices it back. Sinner forehand inside out. Comes in Alcaraz with the pass. Sinner with a volley. Alcaraz is going to get there. And throws it in! He points at the coaches! He's like, I'm him! I am him! 2-1! What a shot! That was shot of the match by a mile! All right! 2-1 Alcaraz. He breaks in style. Woo! What a shot! It wasn't a bad volley by Sinner. But Alcaraz just... thread the needle is the term, and it was exactly what that was. What a shot. Beautiful, beautiful shot to break. All right. Alcaraz leads in the second. Beautiful shot. Sinner was even there to hit the volley. He let it go, and it lands on the line. Sinner could have attempted a volley. He instead watched it go in. Beautiful shot. All right. Much better level. This is the opposite of a double fault on the set point. Yeah, that's what we wanted to see from every point, right? That's what we thought would get every single point. At least that's what I wanted. All right, beast mode activated. Yeah, Alcaraz might go crazy here. Alcaraz might just go a little crazy. All right. Let's see if we can consolidate this break. Are you going to illustrate on the board? Don't need to. I just painted a picture with words. All right. 2-1 Alcaraz. One hour and 33 minutes played. Let's see if Alcaraz consolidates the break this time. Because remember, in the first set, he got the break at 2-love and he then got broken straight away. Let's see if we can consolidate this one. Serve. Into the forehand of Sinner. Forehand from Alcaraz again. The forehand of Sinner. Into the Alcaraz forehand. Sinner. Again with the forehand goes wide. 15-love. 15-love. All right, serve again. Into the back of the Sinner, forehand from Alcaraz, cross court is a winner. Sinner didn't even move. He just watched it. Weird as hell. Didn't even run. 30-love. Love. As the return goes in to the back end of Alcaraz, he shanks it. And Sinner comes in with a smash. And missed it. 40-love. Sinner is getting tired. He's either getting tired or he's just taking these couple of games a little too casually. He does have a set in his pocket, so he can afford to, take a break in this, second set and recharge for the third. But Sinner's looking a little tired. He's missing some... He's just not attempting some shots, right? Good return there from Sinner, 40-15. 40-15, Alcaraz go 3-1. Serve again from Carlos. Serve is a fault. Second serve. 7 to the backhand of Sinner. Backhand from Alcaraz is long, and it's 40-30. And Sinner, yeah, just grabbing his legs too. I think Sinner's feeling a little fatigued after that first set being so intense. Had he have lost the first set, this would be a big problem. Because he won the first set, no alarm bells yet for Sinner. He can afford to, not play great. And he hits a forehand winner, though. That's a great shot. Deuce. It might actually force Sinner to be a little bit more aggressive. And he might, be able to hit winners like that. They'll stop the match for him, and build a roof. They're going to stop the tournament and then get the architect and engineer out, start building a roof. We'll be back in 3 months to finish this match. We'll finish this match after Wimbledon. Is that what's going to happen? That's what's going to happen, right? Anyways, backhand return into the forehand of Alcaraz. He puts that away. Advantage Alcaraz to take 3-1 lead. Advantage Alcaraz. Can you imagine if they did that? All right, we're going to stop the match. We'll resume this match in October. Does that sound good with you? Yeah, we just got to build that roof. All right, advantage Alcaraz to get the 3-1 lead. Serve again. Into the backhand of Sinner. Backhand of Alcaraz up the line. That's a good shot. Sinner slices it back. Alcaraz forehand. Inside out. Misses. Then we get to deuce. This feels like the game that Alcaraz needs. He just needs to consolidate. He couldn't do that in the first set. And then he never got a break point after that. When he got the break, he never got a break point after that. Got to consolidate. And we got a fault second serve. Second serve. Double fault. Advantage Sinner to get back on serve. Advantage Sinner. Double fault. Fourth double fault of the match for Alcaraz. Blech. Advantage Sinner. Alcaraz serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. The backhand Sinner return is deep into the forehand of Alcaraz. Sinner on the stretch. Gets it back. Into that Alcaraz forehand. Now Sinner with a backhand to the slice of Alcaraz. Sinner with a forehand inside out. Alcaraz is going to get that with a backhand slice again. Into the corner. Forehand from Sinner goes wide. And Alcaraz survives. Deuce. All right. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. All right. Alcaraz just needs a couple of serves here. Consolidate that break. Lock that break in. Serve to the backhand of Sinner. Return goes backhand of Alcaraz. Sinner. Backhand to backhand. As Alcaraz off the tape. Is a winner. Oh, he gets lucky. All right, he'll take it. Advantage Alcaraz. Jesus. He'll take it. All right, advantage Alcaraz. To consolidate this break. Serve. Into the forehand of Sinner. Return the forehand of Alcaraz. Sinner backhand. Nope. Alcaraz just hit that out by a mile. Back to deuce. Just a shocking shot for Alcaraz. Back to deuce. I feel like Alcaraz is going to lose his mind if he gets broken back. Not like break rackets and stuff, but I think that's going to really be a kick in the guts. Backhand to backhand. Alcaraz with the forehand inside in. Sinner gets it back. Alcaraz forehand goes into the backhand of Sinner. As Alcaraz backhand inside out. Good shot. Sinner gets it back with the forehand. Alcaraz backhand inside out again. Sinner gets it with the forehand cross court. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. That goes off the tape, but it doesn't go over this time. And it's break back point for Sinner. And the crowd go... I mean, they're pretty loud. Not crazy. A little bit. Advantage Sinner to get back on serve. And the umpire's trying to quiet everybody down. Serve. There's a fault. Serve. Into the back of the Sinner. Alcaraz backhand. Down the middle to the forehand of Sinner. Alcaraz slice. As Sinner in control. Hits it long. Back to deuce. Man. Another mistake by Sinner. Deuce. All right, back to deuce. By the way, Darren Cahill is not there. He is not in the house. But Simone Vignozzi is, and he's the assistant coach or the co-coach. As that goes in there by Sinner on the return advantage. Alcaraz. Advantage Alcaraz to go to 3-1. As the backhand return goes into the forehand of Alcaraz. Drop shot's good, but Sinner gets up with the backhand, overhits it. And Sinner gives a sarcastic thumbs up to the coaches. Oh, attitude. There's a bit of attitude. Sinner giving the thumbs up to the coaches. You don't see that very often. All right, 3-1. He does consolidate. Sinner getting a bit fed up with the coach's instructions. He's like, that one didn't work. Good one. All right, 3-1. Back to Sinner. Sinner serves. That's a Medvedev move. I know, right? All right, 3-1. Sinner serves. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Return into the forehand of Sinner. Sinner keeps hitting it long. That's another one goes long. Love 15. Love 15. Sinner serves again. Serve is a fault. Second serve. People trying to find their seats. Excuse me, please sit down. As the return goes into the forehand of Sinner. Forehand now from Alcaraz. Again, the forehand of Sinner. Up the line's good. Alcaraz gets to the backhand cross court. Sinner backhand. Into the Alcaraz backhand. Alcaraz in the net on the backhand. 15-all. 15-all. Yeah, it's still windy. Oh, it's already 1 a.m. What the hell? All right, 15-0. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Serve in the front of Alcaraz, forehand from Sinner. Again, the forehand of Alcaraz. Sinner forehand up the line is wide. Another error by Sinner. 15-30. 15-30. Is Novak going to play Madrid? Not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled out, but we'll probably, by Friday next week, we'll know whether or not he's playing, I think, because if he's in Madrid by next weekend, then he's going to play, right? If he's practicing in Madrid by next weekend, we'll know that he's playing. But if he's not, then we've got to... Same with Sinner and Alcaraz. If they're not in Madrid by... Well, Alcaraz playing next week. If Sinner's not in Madrid next weekend, then we're going to consider whether or not he's playing as well. Forehand goes out by Alcaraz, and it's 30-all. But yeah, I do not know if Djokovic is coming back from Madrid or for Rome. I would guess he's probably going to play Rome, Geneva, Roland Garros. If I had to guess, I would say he's probably not going to play Madrid. He'll play Rome, Geneva, Roland Garros. Would be my guess. All right, 30-all. Sinner serves a fault. Remember, the winner of this match becomes world number one, or stays number one. Serve to the forehand of Alcaraz. Return is shanked long, and Sinner gets the 40-30. 40-30. A lot of errors in this match. It's been an ugly, ugly match. For these guys' standard, it's been ugly. All right, as we get a drop shot from Sinner. Alcaraz slices it into the net. And Sinner gets the game. 3-2. 3-2. So yeah, in this set, 5 winners, 11 errors from Alcaraz already. 2 winners and 13 errors from Sinner. It has been an ugly set. For the match, Sinner's hit 11 winners and 45 errors. Alcaraz hit 16 winners and 46 errors. That can't be right. That seems high. You're high. I'm not high. You're high. I'm tired. All right. This is the ugliest match they've played against each other. Probably. It's definitely not. It's definitely not one for the highlight reel yet. There's been maybe 2 or 3 good shots, like highlight shots, but definitely not what we're not used to seeing. We're not used to seeing this level of Alcaraz, right? But also it's windy. So, yeah. Tottenham lost. Yes. Let's go! What do we think of Tottenham? Shit! All right, 3-2. Wait, did Arsenal win, though? Oh. It's all right. We'll just edit that out. Don't worry about it. I don't need to know. You don't have to tell me. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. I don't think they're played yet. They haven't played yet, apparently. I'm pretty sure Arsenal play next week. We haven't played yet, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. We play next week. We don't play this week. It's back in a backhand rally. As Sinner goes up the line. Alcaraz got the break in this second set, 3-2. As we get a forehand again from Alcaraz. That's a winner, 15-love. 15-love. 15 love. And Alcaraz serves again. Mods, can we ban the word Bournemouth in the chat, please? Anyone who says Bournemouth from now on is out. As the return goes in from Sinner. That's a great shot off the line. All right, 15-0. Great return. All right, 15-0. And Alcaraz serves again. Into the forehand of Sinner. Return goes into the backhand of Alcaraz. Sinner, a forehand cross court. Alcaraz gets it back, but overhits it. And it's 15-30. Chance for Sinner to get back on serve. Bournemouth's a beautiful city. I've been to Bournemouth. True story. All right, 15-30. Alcaraz serves out wide the back of Sinner. Drop shot Alcaraz is good. Sinner's going to get there with a backhand up the line. Alcaraz pass is a lob, but Sinner with a lovely Federer-esque pirouette backhand smash. High volley, whatever you want to call it. Beautiful shot by Jannik Sinner. That's one for the highlights. Great shot. Oh, he did the whole Federer, he did the 360 pirouette as well. Beautiful shot from Sinner. Stefan Edberg loved it. No, he doesn't look impressed. He's just kind of like, yeah, okay, stop zooming in on me. Anyways, 15-40. Get back on serve. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Serve in the backhand of Sinner. Return to the backhand of Alcaraz. Sinner. Backhand into the backhand of Alcaraz. Sinner with a forehand again to the backhand of Alcaraz. Sinner. Up the line into the forehand of Alcaraz. Cross court the forehand of Sinner. Here goes the backhand of Alcaraz. Sinner. Slice of the net. Alcaraz survives. 30-40. 30-40. All right. Still break point for Sinner to get back on serve. And an ace from Alcaraz. Deuce. Beautiful serve. I think it's only like the third ace of the match. All right, deuce. Serve. Another ace. Serve bot. Advantage Carlos. To keep that break. Serve. Into the forehand of Sinner. Return goes to the forehand of Alcaraz. Sinner forehand. Into the Alcaraz forehand. As they go forehand to forehand. Now Alcaraz up the line is missed. Wide. And we get back to deuce. Cam, you are so pro Alcaraz and anti Sinner. Ha ha ha. I don't get it. What are you trying to do? Hello? What's so funny? All right, deuce. Return goes out by Sinner. Advantage Alcaraz. To stay up the break. Alcaraz has played more points on his serve. 14 extra points played on serve for Alcaraz in this match so far. He has struggled a lot more on serve. Alcaraz serves a fault. Second serve. As we back into backhand rally. Up the line from Alcaraz goes long. We're back to deuce. We get back to deuce. And I'm so mad. I'm so angry. Damn it. Deuce. And Alcaraz serves. A fault. Second serve. Ooh, that was a terrible ball toss. That would have been a shocking second serve had he have hit that. Second serve. Second serve, the back of Sinner. Return goes back into Alcaraz. Sinner. Ooh, gets another break point. Alcaraz went wide. Advantage Sinner to get back on serve. All right. All right, advantage Sinner. As we let advantage Sinner. As Alcaraz with a drop shot goes wide. We're back on serve. Sinner gets it back. All right. 3-0 in the second. All right. Sinner is just struggling so much to convert break points. Well, he just did it then. It is broken. All right. God, I don't know if Alcaraz is going to get this set now. That was a kick in the guts. 3-3. Is that pee you're drinking? No. All right, 3-0. Do I look like Bear Grylls to you? Jesus, mate. Relax. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Return goes to the forehand of Sinner. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Sinner forehand. Again to the Alcaraz backhand. Sinner. Forehand again. Inside in. Alcaraz gets on the stretch. Sinner backhand. Goes again to the forehand of Alcaraz. Into the Sinner forehand. Alcaraz backing up the line's a winner. Ooh, okay. Love 15. Love 15. Beautiful shot from Alcaraz. Love 15. Sinner serves again. Fault. Second serve. Second serve. As Alcaraz returns into the forehand of Sinner. To the forehand of Alcaraz on the stretch. But Alcaraz hit it wide. And it's 15-0. 2 hours played, by the way. Damn. This is a long match. Remember, if this goes over, 3 hours and 47 minutes, Sinner can't win, so. No, 15-0. As a backhand return from Alcaraz goes a slice of Sinner. It's a drop shot. Alcaraz gets it with a slice of the line, but he missed it long. 30-15. 30-15. Sinner serves again. 30-15. Sinner's coaches are looking a little less stressed. Still stressed a little bit. I don't know when Eala's playing. Tomorrow, next day. She's playing next week. All right, serve. There's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As the return goes out by Alcaraz. 40-15. 40-15. Sinner to take back the lead. $40-15. Serve is a fault. Second serve. A lot of second serves in this match. Yeah, they've both been serving horribly. As the return goes out by Alcaraz. Not been returning well either. All right, 4-3, Sinner. Seriously, does anyone know what's in the bottle that Cam is drinking out of? Only thing I know is yellow color. Bro, grow up. It's tea. It's tea. Why is Alcaraz playing so bad? I mean, they're both not playing their best. To be totally honest. You keep saying Sinner can't win. Why? I'm sorry, chat. Did I say Sinner can't win? I'm sorry. Did I say that? When did I say that, chat? I don't remember saying that. Did I black out and go on a rant about Sinner losing? Like how Sinner's not going... Hello? Hello? Did I say... I feel like you got the voices in your head. Again, like the other guy. If Sinner wins today, do you think he will win and play Barcelona? No. He's not playing next week. You mean Sinner or Alcaraz? Sinner's not playing next week. You said Sinner can't win after 3 hours and 47 minutes. That was a joke. Well, actually, it was a fact. But come on. This match is not going to go for 4 hours. Let's just get a little bit of a grip on reality. Realistically, is this going to go 3 hours and 45 minutes? No. No, it's not. But it's a fact that Sinner can't win matches over that time. But it's not going to happen. So it's okay. You can all relax. He can't win. He's never won a match over 3 hours and 48 minutes. But we ain't going to get there, so you don't have to stress. You can all relax. It was a joke. All right, 4-3. We're not going to 3 hours 45 today, so Sinner's fine. Don't have to worry about that shit. Why is it a fact? Because literally... We're not doing this. Talk to me at Roland Garros. Backhand goes in the forehand of Sinner. Forehand from Alcaraz. Again to the forehand of Sinner. That's a great shot. Alcaraz slices it back, but it's wide. Love 15. Sinner has never won a match over 3 hours and 45 minutes or whatever. He's never won a match longer than that. The longest match that he's ever won was 3 hours, 48 minutes. He's never won a match over 3 hours and 48 minutes. That's only one time he's done that. But don't worry. Don't stress your little head. We're not going that long in this match. It's only been 2 hours. They need to play for another hour and 45 minutes to get to that stage. It's not going to happen, all right? Can we all just relax? 15-all. All right, 15-all. Alcaraz serves again. As Alcaraz serves. As a default, second serve. As a return. Goes into the forehand of Alcaraz. Backhand out from Sinner to the forehand of Alcaraz. Sinner. Hits a backhand up the line, but he missed. 30-15. All right, 30-15. So you're saying Alcaraz can't win? You know what I am saying? And this, you can quote me on this. Djokovic can't win this match. You can quote me on that. Novak Djokovic will not win this match. And you can write that down. You can write that down. 40-15. I can say with 100% certainty he ain't going to win this match. And you can write that down. Novak Djokovic ain't going to win the Monte Carlo title in 2026. You quote me on that. 40-15. Novak's not playing. I see we got some real sharp tools in the shed today. As that goes out by Alcaraz, 40-30. Oh, can't get one by you. 40-30. Oh, a real bright light bulbs in the house. Oh, you got me. Some real smart people here today. Come on now. 40-30. Can't fool him. All right, Alcaraz serves again. As Alcaraz serves a fault. Second serve. Alcaraz serves again. Double fault. Oh, I'm blaming that guy. Deuce. All right. Now, on a serious note, this is getting serious. If Sinner breaks here, he serves for the championship. So we're getting to the end, maybe. No. All right. Serve out wide the forehand of Sinner. Return goes forehand of Alcaraz up the line. Sinner backhand. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Again, the backhand of Sinner. Alcaraz gets the backhand on the stretch. Sinner. Again with the backhand of Alcaraz. Now Sinner's forehand. Into the Alcaraz backhand on the stretch. Sinner forehand inside in. That's a great shot. And Alcaraz can't get it. Advantage Sinner. We got a baby match point. He's 5 points from the championship. By the way, when was the last time Sinner won back-to-back matches against Alcaraz? Has he ever done that? Yes. All right, fine. He's done it twice. All right, shut up. Advantage Alcaraz. Advantage Sinner. Advantage serving out. Whatever. Alcaraz is serving. He's. I'm arguing with a piece of paper. What do you mean he's done it twice? Advantage Sinner. We got to let. Serve is a fault. That was a great return by Sinner, by the way. Second serve. Do you reckon Sinner's going to try and crush this return? What do you reckon, chat? One in the chat if you... Just one. Backhand return. Goes in the backhand of Alcaraz. Sinner with the backhand again. The backhand of Alcaraz up the line. That's a good shot. Sinner gets it and overhits it. And we get back to deuce. All right. Back to deuce. Alcaraz survives. Alcaraz serves again. Into the backhand of Sinner. Good return. Alcaraz forehand goes into the Sinner forehand and Sinner puts it away! Oh, he crushed it. He crushed it that time. Advantage Sinner to break and serve for the championship. All right. Alcaraz serves again. Alcaraz serves. To the forehand of Sinner. Return is short. Alcaraz forehand. Cross court. Sinner with the pass. Alcaraz with the volley. He missed! Sinner breaks! And he's going to serve for the championship. By the way, Sinner was down 1-3. He's won 4 in a row. And Sinner is going to serve for the Monte Carlo title and the world #1 ranking. 5-3. What did I say, chat? When Alcaraz gave that break back, it was all going downhill. It was bad. By the way, if Sinner wins this, on a serious note, let's all just calm down for a second. On a serious note, if Sinner wins this, he's won 7 out of 9 Masters 1000s. He is going for that Golden Masters. Whether he likes it or not, it's a thing that he has to achieve now. He's so close. He's got to win Madrid, and he's got to win Rome. And you think he's going to win Rome eventually. He might not play Madrid this year. We don't know yet, but he might be able to win Rome this year, and then we talk. Also, if he wins Roland Garros, he's won the thing that the other thing. All right, Sinner serve for the championship. He serves into the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand from Sinner. Up the line. That's a good shot. Alcaraz gets back. Into the forehand of Sinner. Alcaraz backhand cross court. Sinner gets it. Into the Alcaraz backhand. And Sinner backhand again. To the Alcaraz backhand. Alcaraz in the net though. And it's 15-love. 15-love. And chat, this match was over when Sinner won the toss and elected to receive. We should have known 2 hours ago that this match was over. Obviously, right? 15 love. 3 points away. Sinner serves. A fault. Jeez, that was close. Second serve. Hey, what's up, Joe? How you doing? Serve. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Return goes to the backhand of Sinner. Alcaraz backhand again to the backhand of Sinner, but Alcaraz hit it wide. 30 love. 30 love. Now zoom in on that Monte Carlo. Did someone drop it? Why is that Monte Carlo dented? It's got dents all over it. I thought it was a smooth bowl. Why did somebody dropped it? Or hit it with a hammer. 30 love. Serve. Down the tee. Alcaraz slice return. Sinner forehand inside out. That's a great shot. Up goes the lob. Goes in. Sinner smash from the baseline. Alcaraz back in the rally. As they go backhand to backhand. Now Alcaraz runs around, hits the forehand inside out to the backhand of Sinner. Alcaraz forehand again. To the backhand of Sinner. Sinner overhits it. Nice recovery by Carlos. 30-15. 30-15. Still 2 points away, Sinner. $30-15. Serve. Here's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As a return. Into the backhand of Sinner. Backhand now from Alcaraz again. The backhand of Sinner. As Alcaraz backhand again. Goes in the net. Alcaraz. Championship points for Sinner. 40-15. To take home this trophy. And to just give Alcaraz something to worry about. It's a statement win. Especially on clay after what happened at Roland Garros last year when they played on clay. We won't talk about that until we can. Good serve out wide. It's a let though. Championship point for Sinner. Serve. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Return. Goes long. Sinner wins. Sinner is the world number one again. He's won 7 out of the 9 1000s. And he just gives Alcaraz something to think about on this clay surface. And Alcaraz has given him all kinds of words of encouragement, happy smiles. Sinner's the number one again. All right. Chat. I feel like this just threw things into like chaos. Because I think going into the clay, we thought, you know what? Sinner's going to have to beat Alcaraz to make it feel like Sinner's the man to beat here. Now you got to say Sinner's the man to beat. He's won the last 3 1000s. He's won 4 in a row now if you include Paris last year. He is the world number one. He has to be the guy that has to be beaten. I mean, he has to be the favorite for the French now, right? He beats Alcaraz on the clay. He's got to be the favorite going into Roland Garros as of now. Obviously, things can change. If they play in Rome, they play in Madrid, whatever. If Alcaraz gets a win there, maybe it goes back to Alcaraz. But as of right now, you got to say Sinner's the favorite. You got to say Sinner's the favorite going into everything from now on. Especially the
Sinner
French.
and Alcaraz in development right now.
Thank you for the €4. Appreciate that. Yeah, and look, well, you know, both guys were not at their best, right? It wasn't the best Sinner match we've ever seen. The quality was low. Both guys, not just Alcaraz, both Sinner and Alcaraz, way below their best. They were way below their best. But it doesn't matter. Sinner still won. Sinner still won. Following Sunshine Double, win Monte Carlo is insane. Yeah, I think only Djokovic has done that. I think Djokovic is the only player who's done that. So who now is better, Carlos or Sinner? Better. That's such a tough question. Better. I mean, who's better right now? Sinner. Right? You have to admit Sinner is clear of Alcaraz 4 Masters in a row. Well, I mean, okay, yeah, we'll include Paris last year, but Sinner's number one. You don't need me to tell you. The rankings tell you. Sinner owns this guy? Well, that's not true. Look at the head-to-head, but still. I know, get excited, though, I guess. Thanks for streaming, no worries. Thanks for hanging out. If you are leaving, by the way, don't forget to sub on the way out. I'll tell you, though, the next... we need to see another Sinner match before the French. I want to see another one. I want to see one at Rome. I want to see a rematch in Rome. I don't want to wait until the French Open to see a rematch. I want to see a rematch in Rome. I want to see how Alcaraz responds, because he's lost 2 in a row now. And that has only happened twice before. But he's never lost twice in a row on clay to Sinner. So I want to see him play. I want to see them play again. We've got to get another Sinner match before Roland Garros. Carlos needs some serious reset now and a coach focused coach to help him. All right, let's all stop freaking out. Alcaraz played great this week. The final, both guys didn't play well, right? It was very windy for both guys. Had to deal with that shit. I don't think we should be judging either guy based on performance today. You know, I don't think we should be like going, oh, well, Carlos needs to do this and that and the other thing. No. It was a shitty weather day. Sinner didn't play great either. The difference was that he won, so we're not going to talk about what he didn't do well because he won, right? Both these guys did not play the best tennis they've played all week. They played much better yesterday, but also the sun was out yesterday and it wasn't windy. Yeah, people are going to get all reactionary and freak out and be like, bring back Juan Carlos. Juan Carlos is playing golf. He ain't busy, right? He's busy. Voice of reason, sometimes. Just you don't need to be freaking out about Alcaraz, right? If you're an Alcaraz fan, don't be starting to freak out. He's doing just fine. Just because he lost the world number 1 ranking, right? He could get it back before the French anyway. It's not a done deal that Sinner's going to be number 1. The pressure's on Alcaraz anyway to defend. He has to defend next week and whatever, but it still could change hands. It's not. There's only a little bit between them. Alcaraz the better player when both are at their best, but he's also less consistent. Yeah. Okay. No need to panic. Sinner still hasn't won RG. But he's the favorite now to win RG. I mean, that's the fact. It's because of the coach change by Cam's logic. Bro, are you even listening? I feel like some of you don't listen. Hello? Hello? Cam was right. Novak didn't win. See, I told you. I said, what did I tell you? I said, you can quote me on that. I said, Djokovic ain't going to win this tournament. And he didn't win. So, you can quote me on that. Donna!
Thank you for your amazing commentary, Cam.
Nice.
Appreciate all you do to make us feel like we're there.
No worries. Thank you for the 5. Appreciate that. I'm glad you feel like you're there. No worries. Ronald, thank you. Appreciate it. Can I come out of hiding now? Can't believe he's won. Yes, you can. Sad that Cam hasn't got the 300k yet. We'll hopefully be there by the end of the year. No worries, Lynn. Thank you for the nice words. My kids say hi. Hey, hi. Hi, what's up? I said Michael Jordan wasn't going to win this tournament, so can I get a cookie? Hey, Scott, me too. We'll both get a cookie for our amazing predictions. Sinner moves past Zverev in the Masters total, yeah. He also overtakes Alcaraz in the total titles as well. He's got more titles than Alcaraz too. So there's a lot of things that Sinner edged Alcaraz at the moment. Weeks at number 1. He's got one more week now, right? He's overtaken him there. He overtook him in the rankings. Like it's very, very interesting. It's so crazy how close they are in, like with their careers. The only thing is the Grand Slam total is skewed in favor of Alcaraz and the head-to-head. But that's close. I mean, after today, it's 10-7, so it's getting a little closer. I dreamt of him kissing the trophy last night, and I knew it would. Well, did he kiss the trophy, though? Because I don't know if Sinner kisses trophies, does he? Is Sinner a trophy kisser? I don't. Why does that sound weird? Oh, yeah, Sinner's number 1 in the race to the finals as well. Yep. We'll see more young potential players in 2026. I hope so. I mean, Runa was watching on and taking notes, hopefully. So, yeah. Cam saying they play well. They absolutely did. It's just that against each other, it's more difficult. So they didn't play well. What do you say? Like, what do you mean? So wait, you're saying they didn't play well? So you're saying Cam is saying they didn't play well, but they did, but they hit a lot of errors. So they didn't play well. Bro, come on now. Come on now. You can't be like they played well, but they hit errors. That means they didn't play well. They hit errors. I think you're getting confused. You're thinking I'm saying they're terrible players. I didn't say that, and they're not. I think you're getting confused. Like, chat, you tell me. What the fuck do I know? You tell me. What did they play well today? Dutchie.
Hi, Cam. Thanks for a fun Monte Carlo. Hi to Mia.
No worries. Thank you, Dutchie, for the 2. Did Alcaraz and Sinner play well today? Was this a good quality match by their standards? Because personally, it might have been one of the lowest level. It was close. It was competitive. It was fun. But it didn't. That was not a Sincaraz level match. They played 10 more matches. At least 10 of their matches previously have been better than that. Like that was one of the ugliest matches they played. No, they can play better. It was windy. Well, that's the reason why they didn't play well, because it was windy. But I'm saying, did they play well? No, but it was entertaining. Exactly. Look, I'm not saying that it wasn't entertaining. I'm saying was it good quality? Error heavy for the largest part of the match of it, yeah. I'm not saying it was a bad match. Again, gotta listen. I'm not saying that I said it was ugly. It can be a low quality match and still entertaining. It doesn't have to be a bad match just because it's bad quality. It can be a good match, but bad quality. Again, US Open 2020. That was a terrible match, but it was entertaining as hell. So what's next? We've got like 3 tournaments next week we're going to watch. Amazing to see what Du could do under that wind. Yeah, well, that's why it's fun too, because we want to see these guys. We don't want to see these guys playing perfect conditions all the time. It's good to have a match like this where they both have to figure out how to play in these. Because I remember, chat, everybody in the chat was at the start was going, Alcaraz favored in the wind. Alcaraz is better in the wind. Alcaraz is going to win because it's windy. Obviously not. Like, that's not the case. Sinner can also win in the wind against Alcaraz, right? A lot of people thought in the chat that it was advantage Alcaraz, and that we saw that is not the case. Sinner can beat Alcaraz in these conditions, which is good, because next time we go to these conditions, we can remember this match and go, oh, remember how windy it was in Monte Carlo? Sinner won that one. So if it's windy in Rome and they play again, we got to remember this match. Considering the high standard these two players set, it was a mediocre on their level. Yeah. I mean, stats-wise, it was mediocre. If you didn't know who was playing, and I said to you, player 1 hit 20 winners and 56 errors, and player 2 hit 14 winners and 50 errors, you would have gone, ew, it's a gross match. Who played that? And I said Sinner Alcaraz, you would have been like, bullshit. Like, that was it could have been the ugliest Sincaraz match we've ever seen. But again, not for nothing, it was windy, right? It wasn't just because they were not playing well. Their first serves were low, right? Both their first serves were super, super low. 58% first serves in, 58% winning points on Alcaraz. 51% first serves in for Sinner, no aces. And he won 66% of first serves. That's way below their average. They're usually in the mid-60s. First serves in, right? Mid-60s. They were even below the tour average for both first serves in and first serve points won. They were winning a lot of second serve points, which is good. That's good. But again, for their standard and also for the tour standard, they were way below. No, 3 aces for Alcaraz, 5 double faults. That's not what he does. No aces for Sinner. That's not what he does. No aces? 0? It's crazy. I think the wind just annoyed both of them. The wind definitely played a part. I'm not saying these guys have played terrible because they're not good. Because that's just stupid to say. Nobody would say that. From 3-1 to 6-3, yeah. It's a good comeback from Sinner. So how many points will Carlos receive if Sinner gets 1,000? So now the rankings are very interesting. So Sinner is now number 1 by 160 points. If Alcaraz wins Barcelona, he will take... Oh, wait, will he? No. Oh, wait. If Alcaraz wins Barcelona, will he be number 1 again? No. He'll still be number 2. So it'll go to Madrid or Rome. It might come down to Madrid. So Alcaraz might have to play Madrid now. That he was going to play anyway, but he might have to play Madrid to try and get back to number 1. And Sinner might have to play Madrid to stay number 1. So, yeah, Alcaraz has to win Barcelona next week to at least keep it close. But, yeah, this could be the first of a couple of changes in the rankings in the next couple of weeks. He'll gain 170 in Barcelona. I thought he'd only gain 150. Wait, how many points does he have in Barcelona? Oh, yeah, actually, yeah. So if he wins Barcelona, he'll be 10 points ahead. Is that right? Maybe? Hey.
Sinner is unstoppable at the moment. Second player to win the first 3 Masters tournaments in the year. Crazy.
Thank you, Statman Pat, for the donation. Appreciate that. Yeah, I know, right? Him and Djokovic. Crazy, man. Anyways, we'll do the math next week when we watch Alcaraz in Barcelona. Can Djokovic beat Sinner this time? I have no idea. We have to wait and see if they play. Cam is suffering right now. Bro, you have no idea how hard it is for me to hold back my tears. I am trying so hard not to break down on stream and embarrass myself. You know, you don't even know, bro. This might have been the hardest stream I've ever had to do emotionally. Yeah, so next week we've got Stuttgart, Barcelona, Munich. We'll probably be watching mostly Stuttgart because we haven't watched the ladies on the European clay yet. And then Barcelona with Alcaraz and maybe a little bit of Munich, but mainly Stuttgart and Barcelona is going to be the priority. Sinner is the best on every surface right now. Against Alcaraz or just in general? I mean, yeah. Yeah, stop crying, Cam. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I was scared of this match. Now I am sad I didn't get to watch it. Oh, we didn't miss out much. It wasn't a great match, but it was not a good quality match. It was just it was a match. I feel Sinner will win either Madrid or Rome. Okay? Sinner destroyed Alcaraz. I mean, it was closer than destroyed. Sinner's mum was there too? Oh, that's so nice. How wholesome. Me or Joao will be the one to challenge Alcaraz. Cool. Alcaraz US Open 2025 level was untouchable. Want to see that level from Alcaraz again? I'm sure we will. You think the heat will get to Sinner as the season moves along in summer? I don't know. Wait and see. Cam, you lucked out. I'm choosing Sinner to have the bonus ball. Lucked out, bro. It's called skill. Lucked out? I did that on purpose. Nothing lucky about it. But yeah, I'm happy that happened. Sinner Wimbledon level is better. Okay. Carlos gave such a really nice speech. How can you not like him? Yeah. Both these guys. I mean, both these guys are so damn likable. The difference in points is number 2 and 3 is crazy. I know, right? I know that is crazy. Sinner is close to Golden Masters. Yep. He's just got to win Madrid and Rome, and then he's got it. That's true, Deb. There is Rafa Nadal Stadium in Barcelona. Do you think Sinner can win Roland Garros? Yeah, of course he can. He almost did last year. He almost did. can't say I'm a fan of the trophy. It looks a bit tinfoilish. It used to be like a smooth trophy. Now it just looks like somebody threw it against a wall and then kicked it. Somebody dropped it. And then they had to like bash dents into it to make it look consistent. I swear it used to be smooth. Carlos has been cursed with three-peating. I fully expect Jannik to win Roland Garros. Well, that's it. There is the three-peat curse. Can we make that a thing for Alcaraz? Because it is a thing. Oh, thanks, Dutchie. I was looking for that. Oh, that's in Ruin. Okay, we're not watching that tomorrow. The other schedule's ready? Coach change will be discussed now. Yeah, this is so repetitive. I feel like it's just so repetitive. Like we do the same thing every time Sinner or Alcaraz lose to one another or something, you know. And after Doha, it was all about how Sinner was not good and Sinner was back of the pack and Sinner's now on Zverev's level and Alcaraz cannot be beat. And now, a month later, we're all like, well, Alcaraz needs to fire everybody in the team and get back Juan Carlos. Go back to him and beg him to be back because Alcaraz all of a sudden sucks now. And it's like, oh my God, we just need to relax. We all just need to relax. Sinner and Alcaraz are still miles ahead of everybody else, right? They're still miles ahead of everybody else. And when they play each other, it's a 50-50, right? And I think after today, maybe it's even a little bit more Sinner now. Because I think a 50-50 coming into this match, now Sinner's got the edge and he's probably like a 55-45. But neither of these guys need to make any drastic decisions based on one match, right? We all just need to relax. But it happens every time. Like this, if Sinner loses in the next couple of weeks, the same thing will happen again. It will be like, oh, now this, look at this. People are freaking the fuck out. Relax. Need to relax. Sinner and Alcaraz are still dominating the tour. It's not going to, like that hasn't, until they both lose the tournament in the same tournament, it's their tour. It doesn't matter who wins, Sinner or Alcaraz, it's still the Sincaraz tour. Oh, thanks, Dutchie. So no, we're not watching Stuttgart tomorrow. We all need to just chill. What do you think of Asher this tournament? I love that. I love that he went on a run. He's not playing next week. Fonseca gonna challenge Sincaraz in the future. Oh yeah, we know that. We've seen that. We have seen that. By the way, chat, can you do me a favor? I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you. I want you guys to make up your own decisions and thoughts. Instead of parroting where you've heard other things. Same goes for me, right? Instead of just hearing what I say and then just like regurgitating it to your friends or whatever. You guys, you got this. Because I'm saying like, oh, well, Patrick said this and Roddick said this and blah, blah. Yeah, but you can also think critically. So you might, are you saying it because you agree? Or are you just saying like, oh, well, Moratoglu said this. It's like, okay, but what do you think? Like, you can do it. Instead of just like regurgitating what you're hearing on like podcasts or whatever, I'd rather hear what you have to say. And what you have to think, rather than being like, well, Andy Roddick said about Juan Carlos. Okay, cool, but what do you think? What do you think about that? You know what I mean? Instead of just being like, well, I heard something, so that must be true. Like, come on. And that same goes for me. If I say something and you don't agree, I don't want you to be like, well, yeah, Cam, you're right, because you said it. Who the fuck am I? Just, you know what I mean? Like, come on. I don't want to hear the same, like, I heard it over here. Okay. But when you hear it and then you process it and then you come up with a thought. That's critical thinking. You guys can do that. To the 3 people in the chat that have not done that in the last 10 minutes. You might agree with what they're saying, though, right? You might think about it and go, okay, actually, no, I can see what you think. But also, you got critical thinking. I'll do it because you said so. Yeah, there you go. Okay. All right. That was good. That was funny. Fonseca was also great. Oh, Fonseca is him. Why was this game so terrible in terms of getting the first serves in? It's very windy. Very windy. I think for myself, that's it. Hey, that's it. That's it. Look, you might agree with what somebody says or you might disagree, right? But I want to hear what you guys have to say. I don't want to hear what you heard from Andy Roddick or whatever, you know? I'll go listen to Andy Roddick. You know what I mean? I want to hear what you guys have to say. Was it nice to see Fonzie and Vachereau run? Oh, yeah. The Vachereau run was great. I love that. I love the Vachereau run. That was so wholesome with the crowd and everything. Are we off tomorrow? I don't know. We might watch something. So Munich looks like a wash tomorrow. I don't know what Barcelona looks like tomorrow. I don't know. Well, Alcaraz is definitely not playing tomorrow. He'll be having a day off. I've already switched Sinner. I made the choice before the final just in case he didn't get to number 1. Young man and coach change like that. Huh? I don't think we can take anything from this match. Neither played great. May give Sinner some confidence, though. I agree with you. The only takeaway from this match I can take away from this match is the fact that Sinner won, and that helps and he won on clay, which is Alcaraz's. You would say his preferred surface, right? At least in this matchup, he's been the better player on clay in this matchup, not by a lot, but slightly. But now that shifts to Sinner, right? With this win, but again, it's so hard to breaking down their games today. They both had to play in the tough conditions. Sinner handled it slightly better. He got the win. I'm expecting that Alcaraz will come back stronger in the next one they play. If the conditions are a bit better, that would make it very interesting. So you're right. It's hard to take. So the only thing you can take away is that Sinner handled it better. And if it's windy again, it's advantage Sinner, right? If it's a windy day again, you got to think it's Sinner's advantage because of the confidence he would have gained from today. How many more matches does Sinner win before they start talking about 41 matches win streak in Nole? I don't know, another 20? He's won what? 20? He's won how many matches in a row? He's won 20 in a row, right? So yeah. I think once we get to Wimbledon, we'll be talking about it probably. If he's still winning, let's say he plays Rome and he wins that, and he plays Roland Garros, wins that. Wimbledon, wait, hang on. Wimbledon will be close, right? He's won 22 in a row. Has he? 22 in a row? How? Wait, are you talking about 1000s or are you talking about in general? Are you talking about from Indian Wells now, or are you talking about from last year to now? Because from Indian Wells, it's only, it's not 21, 22. Oh, you're talking about 1000s. Okay. Well, that's different. I thought you were talking about a win streak. You're talking about 1000 events. What's the record? Because that's different to matches in a row, because he hasn't won 22 in a row because he lost in Doha. So that doesn't... He lost matches since then. But at 1,000 level, you're right. By the way, Sinner won his 1,000th top 20 match today. So 100th. I'm tired. 100th match at against the top 20. Where the hell is it? I saw it. I literally just saw it. Where's that stat? Novak's record's 31. Okay, well, yeah, he could break it in Rome, right? And Madrid. I literally saw it. Where am I? I don't know. That'll be a story when we go to Madrid or Rome. Yeah. Rebecca didn't withdraw. She only withdrew from 1 point challenge, right? Yeah, Rebecca's playing tomorrow. Rebecca is playing. Do you think Alcaraz is favorite RG or nah? I think it's got to be Sinner. You've got to give Sinner the edge. It's probably you know what? They're probably equal favorites. But I think after this match, it's going to go back and forth, right? Because if Sinner loses to somebody not Alcaraz and Alcaraz wins Rome, and you know it's going to change back to Alcaraz. But as of right now, you got to say it's Sinner has become the favorite slightly. You got to you got to give it to Sinner. They're equal? Well, yeah. I mean, that makes the most sense. But if I had to pick who's favorite for the French, I'd say slightly Sinner, just because of this confidence. But because at the end of the day, they're going to play in the final. If they don't play until the final of the Roland Garros, you got to give Sinner the slight edge. But again, there's so much. I mean, yeah. After today, it kind of throws up more of a more questions. Okay, we might watch the Barcelona tomorrow. Nice. Because so much. I mean, it doesn't throw up more questions. It just throws up more. Like we just don't know. There's so much more time till Roland Garros. we gotta wait until like we see more tennis between these. Alcaraz could lose next week in Barcelona in a massive shock, and we all just go, "Oh shit!" Now Sinner's a real favorite, right? Yeah, I don't want to talk about who's the favorite for Roland Garros, because Alcaraz fans are gonna get mad, Sinner fans are gonna get mad, everyone's gonna get mad, and I'm just gonna pick Djokovic anyway. So, surprised Felix moved up in the rankings. Yeah, because Musetti dropped. Musetti got the drop because he lost in the second round. All right. I'm getting out of here. I think that's enough. Done and dusted. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate everybody being here. We'll be back possibly tomorrow to watch more. I don't know what we're going to watch tomorrow, but we might watch. If not, we're going to have a day off. What? Day off? What's that? My voice is shattered, by the way. Whew. Also, don't forget, you've got less than 24 hours to figure out your team for next week. If you have made a fantasy team, make sure you make those. By the way, if you have Sinner, you got to get rid of him because he's not playing next week, and he's worth 40 coins. So cash in. I got to make some trades too. You got 21 hours to figure out your team, so make sure you get it sorted. Back to work, no worries, Scott. Enjoy, but we'll be back tomorrow to do it all again, maybe or not. I don't know. We'll wait and see. But Sinner wins. Sinner wins Monte Carlo. He's won 7 of the 9 Masters. He's only got to win Madrid and Rome, and they're coming up in the next couple of weeks. So maybe he could finish the Golden... Imagine if Sinner... I don't want to get crazy. Imagine if Sinner won the Golden Masters and then completed the career slam by the time we get to Wimbledon. All of those things are possible. He could do that. He could be the second man since Djokovic to win the Golden Masters, and then also join Alcaraz as a career Grand Slam achiever as well. So all those things could happen in the next couple of months for Sinner. But Alcaraz, he's going to go back to the drawing board. And we all know that Alcaraz, when he loses the match to Sinner, he comes back with venom. He loses the match at the ATP Finals last year, and he came back and he won the Australian Open. I know he didn't beat Sinner, but he came back with a vengeance. Don't expect Alcaraz to take this lying down and not be able to beat Sinner, or at least contest against Sinner next time they play. He'll be back, Carlos Alcaraz. But Sinner's the king. He's number 1. He takes Monte Carlo, and he is back on top. I'll see you guys tomorrow.